Welcome everybody to the Casual Esports Amateur League. My name is Kempton. I'm going to be your play-by-play caster for today. I'm joined by AJ here, who's going to be my color. Say hello.
Hi, how's it going?
And we have Kamikaze Penguins versus, make sure I get this right, Imagine Cloud. I'm probably gonna say Cloud9 a lot, so I apologize in advance. This is gonna get really confusing for me, I bet. I get my words twisted sometimes, so. But this is the Freljord finals for this team. And for the first game for picks and bans, we have an interesting set of comps. We have a Silas and Nar, a Hecarim, a Leona, and a Lucian for Kamikaze Penguins. And for Imagine Cloud side, it looks like we have an Orange Seraphine, is that the wrong pick band?
That's the second one.
Or the first one? Oh, hold on. We're going to switch this up here, folks. Our apologies.
Just forget you saw that. That never happened. It's shrouded in mystery still.
Bear with us, people. Technical difficulties. We'll be back. Okay, yeah, this one looks a little bit better here. Okay, so we have an Ornn of Fiddlesticks, Kha'Zix, Caitlyn, and a Rel on Kamikaze's side. On Cloud side, they have a Silas, a Hecarim, a Shen, Seraphine, and an Ezreal. I like... There's some good late game play for Kamikaze here, but I do like the Seraphine, the Shen. Silas has plenty of ults to steal. AJ, what do you think about this between the two teams?
I like the early lane bullying in bot lane, and then getting to play around that for Kamikaze Penguins and just transition that lead to the mid and top lane.
Yeah.
Also, Cassidy with Electrocute is the stupidest champion ever made because she can one-shot you level 6. So
yeah, that's true. That is very true.
But also the other team has a Hecarim, so how do you beat that?
Yeah, there's a lot of speed there, and then the Shen ult being able to move around the map the way that he will is going to be... I mean, it can be a game changer there, but Silas as well, if he can steal the right ult at the right time. I mean, he's got an Ornn, he's got a Fiddlesticks, he's got a Caitlyn, even a Rel. There's so many options there as long as he can get the right one in the right situation.
Yeah, definitely. And it's especially funny to see Silas steal the Ornn ult and then just one-shot half the team because it has such a big AP ratio on it. But yeah, and the Shin can also ult the Hecarim, and then the Hecarim ults in the middle of everybody, and then E's back and hits somebody, and Shin's just kind of chilling in the back of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the Rel is nice as well bot lane, although we usually see her a lot with more aggressive ADCs, because it's nice to have that lockdown between Rel and the ADC. If you have a Kaisa or an Ezreal being able to dive in, use that CC, and then Rel can jump in and keep somebody locked in place. I'm curious how they're going to do it with the Caitlyn, if she can hit a lot of her stuns and her knockups.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's going to be more of a protect the Caitlyn lane than a engage lane. I mean, you can see the Tristana and the Kaisa were banned out, and the Samira, which are kind of the best ADCs. And the Vayne too, so.
Right. Yeah, it's probably going to be more of a counter gank sort of thing, waiting for them to engage and trying to turn it around on them.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're going to have to see what happens here in this match. Kamikaze Penguins on the blue side and Imagine Cloud on the red side. First game of the Freljord finals between these two teams. Best of 5, so we're going to see, hopefully we can get a full 5 series, but hopefully no one gets completely swept and we have an interesting match here. Yes, here. Double check and make sure I have visual on the game. Nope. I does not see it. Here we go.
Oh, and there's the game.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, here we go, folks. Everyone's kicking in and starting up. Curious, do you think there's going to be a invade one side or the other? It looks like everyone's pushing bottom side for Imagine Cloud, so we might see that.
Yeah, it looks like the other team's going for a 5-point standard, so I'm not sure if anything can come from it. Unless Caitlyn sits in that bush by herself, and then... But they don't really have any hooks, so it's not really... All they have is really a taunt flash by Shen. We'll see.
30 seconds until minions
Oh, the Caitlyn's going to catch him out here in the tri-bush. Oh, look at the Shen's going to try to go in there. The Silas grabbing the Caitlyn, having to flash over the wall. Oh, that's an early flash for them. That's kind of nice, but definitely a big advantage there early game for Imagine Cloud. Are they going to stick around, though, for the red buff is the question.
Yeah, I feel like the Shen could have flashed there, but it's probably smarter to save the flash.
Yeah, who knows?
He
He may have died over that wall to the tower. Who knows how much damage that Caitlyn could have gotten out. Well, Silas and Kha'Zix here going at it a little bit. Kassadin, excuse me, getting my names mixed up. So a little trade back and forth in life and damage, nothing too major.
That's unfortunate. Silas lost a lot of mana too. About 90% instead of 100. It's unfortunate because he has to spam his abilities.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't come down on him in the end. They might get an early kill here mid because the Kassadin is keeping him a little bit low. Top lane Shen and Ornn exchanging a little bit there. Nothing too crazy. Bot lane going back and forth a little bit. I'm curious to see about the level 2. Who's going to manage to get that and if they can get a jump. It looks like Kamikaze Penguins might have that advantage there. But we're going to have to wait and see. Shen going in on the Ornn pretty hard there. And now we're going to wait on this level 2 bot lane. See if anyone can take some sort of an advantage.
Yeah, it looks like Ezreal started tier, so he's not going to have very much damage.
Nope.
If they go in right now.
Yeah, it looks like they were pretty safe. They backed away, let them get level 2, and got level 2 themselves, trying to keep the game even, because they are slowly getting pushed into their lane. And it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are taking advantage bottom and a little bit top here as well, even though that Ornn is about half health.
Yeah, it looks like Hecarim's a little deep here, because bot and mid have prio for the other team, so...
Oh yeah, but they don't have any vision on it. It looks like the Silas is coming down to support a little bit. But it looks like the Fiddle's just trading it back, going for the Krugs up top. And it looks like Hecarim's going to turn around and do the same thing on the bottom side here for Kamikaze Penguin. So a little bit of invading back and forth. We're going to have to see who comes out on top of that.
Yeah, also, Ornn has already used 2 of his growing pots.
Oh, now he's getting engaged on the Shen here. Quite a bit of damage. Ornn knocking up the Shen. Both of them are down to about 20 to 15% health. But now we have the Hecarim coming into the back line on the bottom side, pushing the Caitlyn back into the rest of his team bot side, and they're going to get the first blood going over to the Ezreal. Very good play. Great gank coming in there from the Hecarim. Well done. Very, very well done. And now the Ornn might be... Oh, ooh, went a little bit too far. Getting taken out from a tower shot, and then the Shen got a little bit too cocky and a little bit too aggressive, trying to take a kill back there, but couldn't quite. Now they've given Imagine Cloud 2 kills early in this game, 0-2 in favor of Clouds, and they're coming up on about 1,000 gold lead already. The Silas fighting this Kassadin down the middle, trying to keep him pushed in. Imagine Cloud trying to keep this advantage. We're going to have to wait and see about the neutral objectives here. Wondering if Kamikaze Penguins can try to turn this around when it comes to the Dragon or even the Herald.
Cool. Okay, so bot lane got a kill and top lane got a kill for Imagine Cloud. That's nice.
Yep. Very well done on the top lane. The Ornn went a little bit too far. Now the Rel getting caught out here, having to flash away, trying to go in for an engage, but just not quite getting the follow-up from the Caitlyn to do enough damage. And she takes quite a chunk, but she's slowly regaining that health.
Yeah, I hate the supports get 2 health pots and ADCs only get 1. feel like
Hey,
that's not
they don't
fair.
get a lot of gold. They're kind of stuck out there. You got to give them something, right?
I mean, that's fair.
And now the
Doesn't
Ornn
mean
and
I
the
have to be
Shen
happy.
really going at it here, though. Waiting to see if one of them is going to get a kill. Doesn't quite look like it, but they are both very, very low. The Shen going in really hard onto this Ornn, trying to flash away, but can't quite do it, and Shen's getting the kill. That is now a 0-3 lead for Imagine Clouds, and they are slowly starting to take this game away. They're going to get a snowball here if Kamikaze Penguins can't do something about it.
Yeah, especially with the team comp they have, because behind into a Shin is really tough to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that late game Shen is going to be really nasty if they have a lead like this. And now bot lane's getting pushed in hard against Kamikaze Penguins. The Ornn's having to sit underneath this tower. Caitlyn very, very low, not quite going down. But now it looks like the jungler here, Fiddlesticks, coming in, trying to get the kill. He does get it onto the Seraphine. And they might try to get the Ezreal. He might be too slippery for him to get to, though. He does have his flash up, but he's going to opt not to use it. He's going to go away, taking the one kill, slowly closing this gap between the two teams. But at this point, I mean, they're probably just going to have to play safe and try to get those picks when they can, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was definitely a fantastic bait by the Caitlyn, because if that Seraphine E was just a smidgen farther, then she kind of died.
Yeah.
But it was all tactical.
Yep, trying to bait them in there, knowing that Fiddlesticks is coming down, trying to get them as close as possible. Almost feel like they probably should have gone in there to try to get the kill, but if that Ezreal stuck around too long, that would have been a double kill for the Fiddles.
Yeah, it looks like the top lane Shin's ahead by almost 700 gold right now. That's gonna make the lane almost unplayable for the Ornn.
Yeah. Yeah, really late game, the Ornn's going to be really nice with the items, but you got to wonder, are Kamikaze Penguins going to survive that long to late game if Imagine Cloud can keep this lead and keep pushing forward with it? Really no point to it.
Yeah, I've played a game as Ornn into Viego, and I can tell you it's not a good time if you get too far behind.
I can imagine that. I can imagine that. Now it looks like the Cassin is trying to push in mid here against the Silas, slowly coming up to that tower. The Ornn pushed in under his tower top. Bottom looks like they're pretty even back and forth. Not quite pushing one lane or the other. But now the Hecarim coming into mid right onto the Cassidin, and it looks like they're going to manage to get the kill there, going over to the Hecarim. 4th kill for Imagine Cloud. Let's see if they can't take advantage of that mid lane and have that Silas push a little bit, but it looks like the Fiddles is going to come in and try to protect that tower and keep him from the plates. They do have both neutral objectives up. The first Drake is going to be the Ocean, so we're going to see where they decide to go and what they decide to take.
Yeah, it's also interesting the rune choices mid. Cassidin did go for the electrocute, so she was probably just trying to make the Silas sad there and still kill him for free. And then the jungler told him, "No cheese in my neck of the woods."
You get out of here, Cassidin. We don't play that game. Well, it looks like they're pinging for the Herald here. The Hecarim looks like he started it. He may solo that, because top lane and mid lane are both pushed in advantage for Imagine Cloud. I can't imagine that anybody's going to try to contest this here. He's going to have easy time taking that Herald, and as long as they can push it in the right direction, they're going to get even more points and even more gold if they can get those plates.
Yeah, this definitely might be a short one if he gets a whole tower with this one right here.
Yeah, especially if he gets it down mid. That's just going to open up the map for Imagine Cloud.
Yeah, and Hecarim ult is almost up, about 20 seconds on it right now. If he gets that up and goes mid and kills Cassidin again, then the game's kind of just over.
Yeah, the Shen is already borderline fed. Getting that Silas up a little bit is going to be helpful. Fiddlesticks opting to solo the Drake here. So at least they've traded a neutral objective for a neutral objective, but from what a lot of people say, the first 2 Drakes really aren't worth it if the other team gets the Heralds and uses it properly. So let's see if they can't try to stop this Herald from actually doing any damage.
So it looks like bot lane, Magic Cloud definitely has the item advantage with the Caulfields and boots on the Ezreal and the Bandle Glass on Seraphine there versus just 2 Ruby Crystals and a Noon Quiver on the Caitlyn and Rel. And then mid's pretty much dead even in items.
Oh, now the Kassadin trying to go in here onto the Hecarim. Not quite going to get anything out of it. Both top and mid for Imagine Cloud coming to support, but they decide to let it all go.
It was a trade of ultimates there, but it doesn't really matter because it's Kassadin.
Yeah.
Ult is basically a Q.
True. Now the Fiddlesticks is trying to hold mid bot lane. They're trying to keep them at bay, but now it looks like they're going to use the Herald just a little bit too close to the tower, taking a couple hits and going down, but they do get 2 plates out of it. And now the Ornn and the Shen having some words here. Trying to take out the Ornn, but can't quite do it. And the Hecarim once again going in onto the jungle, just stealing what he can away from the Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, it looks like they've been trying the vertical jungle really hard this game. The Fiddle staying top side and Hecarim staying bot side. Which is pretty much a win for Imagine Cloud because the Seraphine's really immobile and can't run away if Fiddlesticks wants to ult over the wall or something.
Right. Well, it looks like Fiddlesticks is going to try to return the favor coming into the bottom side jungle for Imagine Cloud.
Oh, that's an ult over the wall.
He might
Maybe.
try to... Nope, he's going to let that go.
Oh,
He's
boo.
going to decide to come here, and now him and the Hecarim are going to go at it. He's going to get pushed back. The Seraphine ult's going to hold him in place, and the Shen ult's going to come back just to make sure everything's good. Shen, you didn't need to show up, but we appreciate you stealing that kill with the ult.
Yep, that's called Boys Supreme Boys.
Hey, but you know what? The bright side is, now that's a 3-0-0 Shen. He's fed. As long as you can keep stacking him, you have somebody who can bounce around the map and just bring that power wherever we need it. On top of the fact that he also has a teleport.
Yeah, and he has this full Sunfire now, which is going to be really tough for the Ornn to deal with.
Yep, Sylas and Kassadin going at it here mid lane. Sylas trying to jump in onto the Kassadin, Kassadin bouncing back in, but now we have a teleport coming in from the Shen trying to get this Kassadin. They're going to go and try to tower dive on him. Shen holding the tower aggro, and Sylas just eating away at the Kassadin. A 1-6 game, slowly moving forward. I'm surprised they didn't put that kill onto the Shen, but I guess you can only take so much as the top laner, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would much rather have a fed Sylas than a fed Shin, but we'll take what we can.
Yeah, now Fiddlesticks trying once again mid lane to support and keep this tower up. Spending a lot of his time here and not clearing his jungle because his mid laner's been dead twice, or at least pushed back far enough where he has to deal with this. No tower has fallen yet, but that mid is well below half here on the side of Kamikaze Penguins.
Turret plating will soon fall.
And now once again, the Hecarim is just taking jungle. Rel's going to try to come in here and do something about it, but he's way too slippery. He's just going to get right out.
Yeah, it seems like Hecarim's been all up in the Fiddlesticks jungle, but he really doesn't have much of a CS lead, probably due to the Fiddlesticks holding mid too many times.
Yeah, wasting too much time there trying to keep the tower, you know. Hopefully it works out and they can keep that tower up for longer than it should be, but now the Shen trying to go in onto this Ornn. Ornn dealing a decent amount of damage, but he is quite low. Tower shot coming onto the Shen, but he does not care. Now Ornn's going to have to get out of there unless that Shen dives onto him. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, but the Ezreal ult just missing the Ornn. But now the Ornn Horn coming in, trying to push the Shen away. Now he's going to have to run away from his tower. And Shen trying to get this kill, wondering if he's overstaying his welcome. But it looks like he's going to decide to get out using the blast cone over the wall into river. He's going to reset his position. Now, bottom jungle, Seraphine's going to pull in that Fiddlesticks there with the ults. And it looks like the Hecarim's going to take him out, and they're going to continue to fight onto this. The Rel's probably going to go down as well, along with what looks like Kassadin overstaying his welcome. The Ornn coming down with his teleport trying to help out. But I think this might not work out for them. They might be able to get the Hecarim, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. charging them back towards their tower a little bit more. Seraphine locking down that Ornn. They're going to get the other kill as well. Just absolutely eating up Kamikaze Penguins here. I don't think the Shen is going to survive this. He's not. But they are going to manage to take out the Kassadin, and now the Caitlyn is alone by herself. She does have people resurrecting and coming back to try to help, but she's pinned by this tower here. And the flash from the Sylas to end that there. Belated ace, but you know what? We'll give it to him.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a debacle for Kamikaze Penguins there. That was the second time the Fiddlestick's been hit by a Seraphine ult, but probably shouldn't have hit.
Yeah, no, just getting caught out there, but that Hecarim is pretty much just owning the Fiddlestick's jungle. There's not a whole lot that he can do about it. You know, like you said, wasting so much of his time trying to help mid has given Hecarim the opportunity to steal more jungle and just get such a lead. Very good coordination from his team to back him up as well.
Yeah, it looks like all three top, mid, and jungle are up by about 1,000 gold on a Magic Cloud. So that's a little tough for them. However, Kassadin is, you know, almost to level 16. She's getting there. Level 10 right now. Or he's getting there. I keep getting that one confused.
One step at a time, right?
There you go. Yeah, once he gets to level 16, then we might have a game.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, we got quite a game to play before we get to that point, unfortunately. Let's see. They have 4 people bot side now. Not going to do much with it there. Kassadin wasting a bit of his time not being mid, but he does have a good CS lead, but he's losing in the gold aspect. Now top lane, the Shen pushing in onto the Ornn. Trying to get some more damage. Can't quite get anything out of that. The Hecarim's trying to get in there, but a little bit late for the support. Bot lane, not much going on. Mid lane doing their duel. Throwing damage back and forth. Fiddlesticks is sticking around trying to wait for a jump there, but they know he's there with the pink ward. And the Hecarim down on the top side from mid. But they're going to let that go because Kassadin's going to back away. Almost feel like they should probably go for this Rift Herald, seeing as how they have advantage in the area.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be a bad play. Phil did not want to do anything else with that one, apparently. He thought about it real hard.
Sylas just playing around with him right now, just trying to keep him distracted and keep him occupied, while once again, the Hecarim is going in, he's going to steal that blue. Ornn, however, is coming down to try to pinch. Now we have a Shen coming down to try to help support the Sylas, which isn't really going to matter. And now the Ezreal getting knocked out by the Rel, and the Seraphine getting knocked out by the Kate. But now we have a 2-on-1 here. But the Hecarim just eating away at that Ornn, doing so much damage. Now Shen and Sylas coming up to support mid lane. They're going to take out the Fiddlesticks. Oh boy, they may have gotten those 2 kills bot lane, but they easily answered top lane there with 3 of their own kills. Not quite enough for Kamikaze Penguins to come back, but hopefully they can get enough damage on this tower to get it down and get the gold.
Yeah, it's not often you see a 2 for 2, but it's on different sides of the map. Like completely opposite sides of the map. Normally it's a bigger little team fight.
Yeah, but that once again the Shen overusing his ult when he really doesn't need to, but just making sure. But it was great for him and Sylas to come back in from the mid side up top to try to pinch in on that Fiddlesticks to help that Hecarim out.
Yeah, it looks like both mid laners went with the Everfrost here, which means Riot needs to nerf the Everfrost. And also Ionian boots. I don't know why on earth they thought 900 gold was enough to put 20 cooldown reduction on, but you know. Whatever.
Hey, you know what? They don't pay us, right?
That's right.
Why should we come up with these ideas?
It looks like Ornn still hasn't completed his first item. That's a little rough for him up there.
Well, being 0-4-1, he's having a really tough time against that Shen, especially the fact that Hecarim's just been loving the top side.
Yeah, that's definitely a #1 rule as a jungler. If you gank top, then he's just done. That's it. Game's over.
Well, hopefully Kamikaze Penguins can try to turn this around. But they're going to need to get some more neutral objectives. Speaking of which, we will have a Cloud Soul, the first Drake, coming up here in about 50 seconds. Kamikaze Penguins are going to have to try to focus that, or they're all going to have to try to turn up. Oh no, that's they already have the second Herald down, so they can't even do that. They're probably going to want to focus on the Drake.
I mean, you could always steal Baron.
Yeah, that's pretty early to try to steal a Baron, though. But now we have a TP coming in here on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Getting caught out a little bit, but the Ornn using the Ornn Horn, trying to knock a couple people out, can't quite get anybody. The Hecarim coming into the backside, trying to keep that Fiddlesticks in place. Split fight here between the two. The Hecarim going down, Kamikaze Penguins focusing him. The Rel going down, but then they decide to take out the Seraphine, and now we have a 3v3. Everyone's quite low. They're going to get the Ornn, they're going to get the Ezreal. Now we have a 2v2, but it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are in a bit more of a situation. The Shen taking out the Ezreal, and then the Sylas, well, before the Sylas taking out the Caitlyn, and Ace going to the side of Imagine Cloud. I can't imagine they're not going to try to take this Cloud Drake. But nearly taking that fight. I figured when they had that Hecarim split and taken down, they would have had that fight, but Imagine Cloud just turning it around and managing to win it.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Kamikaze Penguins had that, especially when the Fiddle ulted and got a 3-man fear there. I was surprised he didn't have a stopwatch up. I figured he would have had it up and down. But he does have it in inventory now, so next time he's got it.
Right. Yeah, the Ornn Horn, however, only hitting one of Imagine Cloud's members, it would have been nice to get a little bit better of an Ornn Horn out of that, but you can work with only what you have. If the other team's spread out so much, you're not going to be able to get too much from it. Now we have a Herald coming in bot side. They're going to push this one really hard. I can't imagine they're going to not try to go for 2. There are 4 members of Imagine Cloud down here. It looks like the Sylas is going to try to go push top. Shen engaging onto the Rel, trying to keep her in place, but nope, they're going to decide to leave the Shelly alone. Now the Ornn coming in, knocking up the Shen. Looks like they're going to try to focus on the Shen and try to take him out. The Hecarim trying to come into the back line. Ornn trying to get Ornn Horn off. Sylas coming down with a teleport. It looks like Imagine Cloud is getting cleaned up here a little bit, but they might still have a chance if they can get a good fight in. Ornn Horn coming out from the Sylas stolen, but they may not be able to get this kill off. The Sylas getting caught out and getting melted down, and now the Ezreal, the only one running away. He's going to manage to make it out of this, but now it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are turning this fight around. They may have an opportunity to try to do enough damage to try to close this gap, although they do have a 3k gold difference, which isn't that much for an 11-20 game.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that it's that close at this point in the game, because it just seemed like Imagine Cloud was rolling them up until those last 2 fights. Because the fight before last, it got really close. Like, Kamikaze Penguins still lost it, but it was close. And then that one, they finally pushed over the edge and started to outscale a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're slowly starting to find some synergy here and getting some good moments and engaging very, very well and getting the kills that they need to. Maybe wishing that Sylas had TP'd earlier on the side of Imagine Cloud to help them out, but should've, would've, could've's. You can only do so much. At the very least, they are still in the lead. The next Drake is coming up here in about 2.5 minutes. And the Baron is still up, sitting around, but I can't imagine we're going to get an early Baron like this unless we get another Ace.
Yeah, it looks like Sylas has completed his Banshees. And he's got another, that thing that gives cooldown reduction. Fiendish Codex. While Cassidy is sitting on a Boomstick and a Sheen in addition to his Everfrost.
Well, now it looks like the Hecarim's trying to come in mid. Not quite catching anybody out there, unfortunately, but he did what he could. Yeah, at this point, what do you think would need to happen on the side of Kamikaze Penguins to try to turn this around? They obviously have the ability to fight and win, but what is it that they're going to probably need to change to try to keep this momentum and try to turn this around?
I feel like they've already changed a lot of what they need to. They just need to start baiting a lot more. Because with the Imagine Cloud, you can't really fight into them with the Hecarim and the Seraphine and the Ezreal and the Shin. Like, you can't really engage onto them 5v5. You have to either get picks or wait for them to step too far and then fiddle them or Cassidy do Kassadin things, your Rel get on there. It's more of a counter engage type of comp.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like we talked earlier in the draft, you know, they have a very good counter engage comp. It's just they need to utilize it properly when the other team, you know, tries to come in, trying to waste their abilities, trying to waste their ults, and taking as much advantage as they can. The nice thing though is if they can keep this up, the Ornn items are going to make the difference for them.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you can outscale Ornn items.
Nope, not unless you have a really, really big lead. Even then, once you get to a certain point, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, once he gets all the Ornn items out, then the game's kind of just over.
Yeah, you'd pretty much have to throw it at that point.
Yeah, especially if you have a Kassadin with Ornn items.
Well, it looks like the next Drake is coming up here in about 20 seconds. It's going to be another Cloud. It looks like they're going to try to maybe go in onto this Fiddlesticks, but Kassadin is here supporting him. Hecarim just missing his push onto the Kassadin. Channel coming in here to support his team. They are going to melt down that Fiddlesticks, and they're going to get a tower. And they might try to go for Baron here. It looks like they're trying to ping it, seeing as how the other team's jungler's down. Why not take advantage?
Oh, the Ornn on the dragon.
So yeah, at least they're gonna trade. At least they're gonna trade.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, the Shen's trying to go in. Oh, he's just gonna clear mid, it looks like.
Yep. Looks like Caitlyn's gonna hook him up.
Ooh, is the Rel gonna try something sneaky here, trying to come over the wall? I can't imagine she has enough damage to do anything about this.
Well, sometimes you just have to believe enough.
Believe in a Rel?
Yeah, just believe in yourself and you can do anything.
I don't know.
And I love when I see Hecarim just fly across the screen at light speed. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, it's always nice too when you see him grab a whole group of people and just throw them against the wall.
Yeah, when he just blasts everything he has and just runs from nexus to nexus and just kills everybody. It's so much fun.
I will tell you too, as a Yuumi main, it's really fun having a Hecarim jungler.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you go fast, let me make you even faster. Let's do it. But either way, there's still a 10 kill difference. The gold lead is slowly growing in favor of Imagine Cloud. But if they can focus, if Kamikaze Penguins can focus on their objectives and try to outlast this Baron, they might have a way to turn this around. But it's like we said, they have to focus a little more on trying to counter engage. But the issue with that is if the other team's not going to engage, they're going to have advantage over the objectives.
Yeah, definitely. And if we check in on items, it looks like Ezreal has 2.5 items with the standard Essence Reaver and Duskblade. Caitlyn's sitting at 3 items with an Ornn upgrade and boots. Ooh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's a big damage Kate right there. That ult is definitely going to hurt.
It looks like Rel went for the Kim tank. I love Kim tank.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Maybe trying to have the opportunity to try to go in and engage. Shen looks like he's going to take the blue buff here on the top side for Kamikaze Penguins. Now they're going to use this Baron buff to siege this tier 2 mid tower. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot that they can do, in all honesty. The Ornn's waiting there mid, trying to possibly get some sort of pick or some sort of really good ult. The Sylas, however, really taking advantage of the Kassadin bot. Gonna have to see if he tries to go in on an engage, but not going to happen. Tier 2 tower in the mid going down. Shen and Ornn duking it out here on the top lane. Shen still has a cannon and the Baron buff. Sylas coming in here onto the Kassadin, barely missing that kill. Kassadin having to quickly get away just with his life. Now the Shen and the Ornn taking shots at each other. Shen taking quite a few tower shots right on the edge. I don't think he realized that he was there. But at least he gets out. That was a little bit of a misplay, maybe.
The E flash and heal out of the Ezreal. You'll love to see that.
Shen backing and managing to make it out alive. Now the Kassadin and Silas really going at it here. Kassadin goes gold, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep him alive. But the Rel getting in there in time to try to cover him, forcing that Silas back. Good teamwork there.
We also have to see the Kassadin is level 15, so...
Oh yeah, like you said, once it hits that 16 mark, the game starts turning around. Let's see if we can't get a comeback here on the side of Kamikaze Penguins.
Yeah, Silas has Kassadin. I'm not sure how many charges he gets out of it, though.
The Baron probably was, what, 1,500?
Yeah, I think it was about 1,500 there.
That's not bad. That's, what, half of an item?
Yeah. You have to have a whole lot more of those to equal one Ornn item, though.
That is true. That is true. But if they can continue to control the neutral objectives like that, they might be able to get in buff and try to close the gap a little bit. They do have quite a bit of a gold lead, but there goes another Ornn item onto the Kassadin. That is what, the third item?
That should be the third, including the one on Ornn himself.
Yep. Yeah, but that Shen gold lead 13,000, along with the Silas 13,000. Quite a bit of gold there on the side of Imagine Cloud's mid and top laner.
Yeah, I miss when Ornn could build 2 Ornn items for himself.
Oh, the good old days, right?
Oh, the good old days. They just need to remove all these stupid items and put back the old ones.
Oh, no, I think they can keep a few of them. Keeping a few of them wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Just not the ones with dashes. Stop that.
Yes, preferably not ones with abilities like that. That's kind of ridiculous. But now it looks like we're going to have a fight here around the Drake. The Shen ult isn't up, it doesn't look like, but the Ornn Horn coming in, Shen teleporting down. Now we're going to have a 5-on-5 here. Silas using the stolen Horn, trying to knock the rest of the team up, but now it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are going in really deep, taking out the Seraphine. They're also going to take out the Ezreal, and they're going to take out the Hecarim. Triple kill here for the Kassadin. Shut down, and an ace for the entire team. This is the point you were talking about. Kassadin is 16. They're getting their Ornn items. No matter what the gold lead is, it doesn't matter. As long as they can group up and fight well, they're slowly starting to outscale this fight. It's not looking good for Imagine Cloud.
Yeah, and even that fight, the Fiddle ult wasn't exactly on him. He had a Proto Belt in to get his damage onto everybody. But the Castle Win just kind of did Castle Win things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go ahead for this Baron here. Probably uncontested. I would imagine that Caitlyn's doing so much damage to that Baron, it's not going to matter. And now the neutral objectives slowly starting to turn in favor of Kamikaze Penguins. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen. I do love that Cloud9 ward for Imagine Cloud.
Oh yeah.
Respect to Cloud9. Yeah, Imagine Cloud's going to have to really work to come back from this. Even though they are in the lead, you can just tell the fighting difference between the two teams. As long as Kamikaze Penguins can be somewhat coordinated and keep them split and separated, they're going to have the advantage in the fight.
Yeah, it almost seems like the only way for Imagine Cloud to win a fight is if it kind of looks like they're inting with the Hecarim ulting through the entire team. Like, just while the Kamikaze Penguins are trying to engage.
Yeah, if he can get something like that off. Oh, here we go. Now the Hecarim trying to push back the Kassadin. Kassadin going gold. Voiding forward, trying to get away from this fight. Managing to get far enough. Missing the Ezreal ult, but he's going to survive there. Now they're going to push mid out. I'm wondering what they're going to be able to get out of this Baron buff. But now it looks like the Silas is playing a little Bushwookie here. But he's going to opt to not go in for the fight. He's just going to go ahead and back.
Yeah, you see that blue trinket got placed down on the wrong bush. Almost.
Oh yeah, it got placed in the center bush. One bush away, guys. One bush shy. That would have been a really good fight.
Was that just a 1700 crit?
I I think so. that
That
Caitlyn is
not...
big.
What in the world?
That Caitlyn is very, very big.
Holy cow, she has a 3,000 gold lead on the Ezreal now.
Yeah, she has the most gold in the game. Hot damn. Yeah, she's gonna be a problem now. They're gonna have to try to get to her to stop all that damage from coming in. Even the Kassadin as well. But are they gonna be able to get that far back into the line with the Caitlyn? The Hecarim's gonna have to be the one who does it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not even sure that Hecarim could one-shot her at this stage of the game.
No, there's too much front line for him to really... Even if he can get there, there's a lot of CC and a lot of control that they can just keep him away. The Caitlyn's going to do enough damage to melt him. Now the Kassadin getting jumped in on the Shen. Going way down in health. Shen's not going to follow it up here. But now it looks like Imagine Cloud's going to try to dive into Kamikaze Penguins. The Ornn getting caught behind the lines. The Hecarim going down, but the Ornn followed right after. Now it is a 3v2 here bot lane. It looks like the Fiddlesticks is going to try to push mid while they're distracted. But easily an advantage fight there for Imagine Cloud. And it looks like they might get another one here. A flash over the wall from the Shen onto this Kha'Zix. He's going to go gold and he's going to try to get away, but that Shen is just way too quick, taking him out as well and slowly keeping his base safe. But bot lane, they're pushing it hard, or they don't have the Baron buff anymore. Ult coming in from Caitlyn to get the Seraphine. Great shot, though. Great shot from the Caitlyn.
Yeah, we'd like to say that was a failed friendship test there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where was the Ezreal to block that? And now it looks like the Shen might be in a little bit of trouble, but the Sylas coming in there to try to help him. But so much damage coming out from that Caitlyn. She does not care. The Rel is there to hold everybody in place, and she is just melting face.
That Caitlyn autoed the Ezreal twice.
He was full health too, wasn't he?
He was full health, and he hit her with an R, and the SR did about 100 damage.
What a nightmare. No, there's no way they're going to kill that Caitlyn. That Hecarim has to go in really fast, and they need to follow up on that, and I don't think we can do it. We got a teleport coming in here from what looks like the Ornn to help the Rel and the Caitlyn. The Fiddlesticks is going to take that last Drake, giving them the Ocean Soul. He's just there to protect them and get them out now. But now they're going... Now they're going to have the Soul, so they're going to have good cooldown. And a 2,500 Baron power play. That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot for a team that has Ornn items.
Yeah, it looks like the gold is finally swung in the favor of Kamikaze Penguins. They're up by about 800 right now. But that 800 is really more like 3,000 because of the Ornn items.
Right.
And also, Caitlyn is up almost 100 CS. Yeah, hate to see that, don't you?
She's got more than double the kills. She has almost a third more of the CS. Yeah, she is just so far ahead. And then you top an Ornn item on, you know, with it. Man, that's not looking good here for Imagine Cloud, taking such an early advantage, and now slowly it's slipping from their grasp. But it looks like they're going to try to hover around this next Baron, because that's going to be the next fight. Rel going in onto the Hecarim, trying to make the engage there, but they managed to get the Scuttle Crab for the vision. So at least they're going to roughly see what's going on around this Baron pit as it starts to spawn here in a couple of seconds. And I don't know if Imagine Cloud is going to try something here, but I have to imagine that they're going to. They just can't let this go, honestly.
Yeah, especially being down Soul, and they're kind of probably going to get baited into a fight here.
Yeah, and they're down the Shen, who does not have his teleport, but he does have his ult. But they are at a 45.
It looks like they're just going to wash on top.
Well, they're finally taking out this tier 1 in the top.
And again, Caitlyn autos it twice and it dies.
So much damage. Yeah, almost can't be fair. It looks like they're gonna not go for the Baron, and they're just gonna try to tower dive this here. The Seraphine just getting absolutely annihilated by that Caitlyn. Did she even use an ability?
Yeah, she Gale Forced in and then autoed her twice.
Okay, so she didn't even use an ability to kill her.
No, it was just Gale Force auto.
Yeah, I think they realize they are way too strong for Imagine Cloud to do anything. They're just going to shove this right down top lane. Ornhorn coming in to try to slow this down, only hitting one. Caitlyn getting knocked up a little bit. Would have probably been a good idea for them to try to go in on that, but they're just covering her so much they realize that Caitlyn needs to stay alive. Now it looks like they're going to try to opt to go back for the Baron now that the base is open. But the Shen pushing down bot, do they know that he's doing this? Do they have any idea that he is pushing this bot lane in? They need to waste their time here at the Baron. They need to stop all of these backs. They're going to get it. And now they're going to try to turn back around onto the Sylas and the Hecarim. Oh, they should have stuck around and tried to stop those backs because that Shen would have really probably liked to stay there a little bit longer. But now he is definitely going to get caught out here, just missing the Ornhorn. Slowed a little bit, but he's definitely not going to make that out. Nope, can't do anything about it. Would have been nice to see his teammates slow them down there for the back to get a little bit further if he could have, or at least get out alive, but you have to wonder how many people would have died trying to stop the backs.
Yeah, and his flash was just barely on cooldown right there. Like it came up like right now. So
What
he still would have died.
Moment.
He definitely still would have died if he had flash, but would have waited a little longer.
Wasting the enemy team's time is always nice, but at least he's balanced out the super minions coming down bot lane. But it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are just going to answer with pushing mid, taking down the base tower and going for the inhib, just chunking it out. That Caitlyn doing so much damage. Going for the top inhib, everything's down. They're going to have supes coming in on all three lanes. This is probably going to be the last fight here between the two teams. We're going to have to see if they decide to go in here with just the two cannons or if they decide to wait for another wave to come in for them. They do take out one of the Nexus turrets and they chunk out another one. Just a couple of auto attacks. Now they're going to go in for the engage. Hecarim going in really, really deep, trying to keep that Caitlyn down. They're going to manage to get one down. The Caitlyn goes down, but now the Hecarim is going to die in response. Fiddlesticks is going to go down as well. The entire team for Kamikaze Penguins just gets wiped out there. That is insanely unfortunate. They might be able to turn this game around with how long these cooldowns are. It looks like at the end of the day, Imagine Cloud might actually get the win.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a big comeback for Kamikaze Penguins with how grim the game looked at the beginning. But then Kassadin things, and now it looks like a little bit of a throw on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. The Sylas just dove the back
on a comeback.
Yeah, the Sylas just got in there on the Caitlyn. And I think he might have even flashed in on top of it. No, he still has flash, so he definitely didn't do that. But he got in there and just kind of one-shot the Caitlyn, and it was pretty good.
Well, the Rel's going to be the first one up here. I don't know if she's going to be able to do much. She's going to be followed by the Fiddle and the Caitlyn. But they're taking out one of the towers. One still remains, meaning the Nexus is still covered. But that means that theirs is still open.
Yeah,
Sylas died to minions.
Yeah.
Good job.
A worthy cause.
At least he was keeping the Nexus safe to let his team push in. But now we have 20 seconds on this Elder Drake. That Shen, he does have teleport. At least he has teleport, so he can come into this fight if he needs to. But they're going to need this Drake. This is going to be it. This Drake is going to be the determining factor of this game. And it looks like Imagine Cloud is nowhere near it.
And I hate Caitlyn.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Standing behind the pit.
So much damage. They need to go in now. If they don't go in now, they're going to be in huge trouble. Hecarim trying to go in for the steal. He's going to get pushed back. Seraphine's going to use this all, but he's going to get the steal. Absolutely amazing. Great kill there on the side of the Hecarim. They're going to take out the Fiddlesticks, and they're going to focus onto the Ornn as well. All they need is that Elder Drake to take the kill there. They're going to get the Ornn. They're going to get a TP in. But it doesn't matter now. We're going to get an Xpeke here, folks. Oh, man, no way. Kassadin coming in for the back door. Fnatic all over again. Unbelievable. That is the most X-Peke thing I have ever seen in my life.
That game was so crazy. Oh man, I'm excited for
Just
the rest of the series off of that.
back and forth, back and forth. I thought this game was going to Imagine Cloud after getting that Drake, but the Kassadin backdooring through top lane for the win.
That's crazy. Yeah, it looked like a 25-minute win for Imagine Cloud, and then looked like Kamikaze Penguins would outscale, and then Imagine Cloud got the hand back, and then, surprise.
Yep, just a good couple of plays there by Kamikaze Penguins taking the first game. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the rest of these games have in store. This was really, really good. Let's see what we have for the stats here. Fiddle won 7 and 11, but he had plenty of engages to make it worthwhile. That Caitlyn though, just outdoing everybody.
Yeah, that Lord Dom's on her, that item is just kind of stupid. I'm really glad it's getting nerfed.
Yeah, and look at that gold difference between the two, just constantly in favor of Imagine Cloud, all the way up kind of near the end, where it looks like Kamikaze Penguins peaked out just under 4K lead, and then dropped off right at the end. But it didn't matter at the end of the day. Not leaving their Nexus open like that. Imagine Cloud just couldn't pull through with it.
Yeah, I mean, 3K gold lead is more like an 8K gold lead for Kamikaze Penguins in this game. So I would say I probably even up right at about 34 minutes when it's about 3K, and then it. Dang, that was a crazy game.
That was an insane game. Man, I need to relax after that. I almost need some soothing music or something. That was insanely intense. Well, let's hope that game 2 is just as suspenseful. I mean, I almost feel like if this goes back and forth like this, I'm thinking we might go to full game 5.
Yeah, it definitely looks like either team could win.
Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We will be back shortly, and we will see you guys in a bit for game 2. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for Game 2 of the Freljord Finals between Kamikaze Penguins and Imagine Cloud. Imagine Cloud barely missing after being backdoored by Kamikaze Penguin. Just a roller coaster of a match here, AJ.
Yeah, definitely. Whew, I had breath held about half that game. And apparently Mansford, the caster in that last game, apparently that's the 5th time he's done this backdoor play. So watch out.
Almost feel like you gotta expect it now that if you go in and play them.
Yeah, well, luckily this is the final, so next season people might not remember.
Well, hopefully he can keep that record up because that was quite the play after losing that Elder Drake. He just went top, pushed right in, and said, "Nope, we're gonna take this game. Come on, everybody, hop on my back."
Yep, pretty much.
Even though the Caitlyn was doing the most damage.
Yep. Well, for this game, it looks like we have the Ornn has switched teams. The Magic Cloud kept the Seraphine. They opt for a Kane, Sivir, and Vladimir as well. Not sure what that comp is, but it looks like it's a little more run right at you comp.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, we have the Silas, Gnar, Hecarim, Leona, and Lucian. Obviously they banned out that Caitlyn. That was definitely something that needed to happen for the last game. But I'm liking the aggression from the side of Kamikaze Penguins. It's almost kind of like you said, it's kind of a reverse back and forth because now the Hecarim's on the other side, along with the Silas.
Yeah, I'm also interested about this Kane because it looks like it almost has to be a red Kane, just because there's only one target that he can assassinate in this game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Blue Kane would be really a smart move on this, quite frankly. I'm interested to see how well the Gnar goes with the Ornn. That's going to be a nice back and forth between the two of them.
Yeah, honestly, probably get about the same as the Shin Ornn matchup. Except without the need for jungle assistance.
Yeah, right. So we're going to probably see that Hecarim maybe go mid and bot lane a little bit more this time.
And the problem is, if you want to gank a Vlad, he just kind of doesn't care.
Yeah, you can't. There's really no doing that.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take you guys in here into game 2, and we'll see who can't win, Kamikaze Penguins or Imagine Cloud. Go for it.
Yep.
And we are off.
No pings this time.
No, nothing really going on here. Wondering if everyone's just going to kind of fan out and cover the river entrances. It looks like, though, Imagine Cloud might try to do something here. They're all pushing down through mid. Maybe they're thinking that they might see an invade. It wouldn't be a bad idea with the Leona and the Silas, but it looks like they're not going to do it. But now topside, the Silas, the Gnar, and the Hecarim coming up towards the topside blue of Imagine Cloud, getting a ward on that. And they're probably going to stick around and maybe steal that.
Yeah, I want to point out the runes here, because Silas went Electrocute, which is a little bit peculiar. I have not seen Electrocute Silas. I don't know ever. I mean, I understand the power from it, but, like, that's confusing.
He did it last time on the Kassadin, so maybe he knows something that we don't.
Maybe he's just an Electrocute type of guy.
Could be. Definitely could be.
Also, there's Electrocute on the Vlad as well, which is not common. But, I mean, it's either Electrocute or Phase Rush, but he'll be a little bit more prone to ganks here.
Well, we're going to have to see if that comes back to bite him. Now, everybody looks like they're kind of spreading themselves out. Nothing going to happen on this top side blue here.
Looks like the standard Raptor start from the Kane. And he is going red Kane. He's got Conquer. Or I would assume he's going red Kane. I don't know. Solo Q's a crazy place.
Yeah, Solo Q is not a good gauge on how somebody's going to play in a team, in my opinion.
Yeah. You ever seen a red Kane before lethality? I have. He entered. Like you said.
I have. He hinted. You think this Kane's gonna int?
No, this is my boy Reese. He's got it. But I don't
got
have
it?
favorites. I don't have favorites.
You're not biased, right? You have to be a good caster.
Exactly. Yeah. Silver also went Dark Harvest here, so that's something to look out for.
Let's see if she can get those stacks and do something with that. If the Leona can get a really good pick, somebody's going to be in trouble, but both Seraphine and the Sivir are going to be pretty mobile. We're going to have to see if that Lucian can maybe get a good enough amount of damage out. They're getting a good push into that lane.
Oh, the Dark Seal start from the Vladimir. I did not catch that until right now.
Well, I mean, it's not a terrible idea as long as he can get the stacks for it. But he can't die. But he's slippery enough for it.
So Kaneman for the 3-camp reset. Looks like he's going to get a fight here.
Oh yeah, now the Hecarim once again coming in and doing some steals, but now from the other side.
Oh
Kane
no,
does
he's not
not
going to
see
it.
this. He's going to go for the Grump instead.
Oh
And that Hecarim's
no.
he's going to walk away with that. The Kane had no words wiser. And now the Hecarim coming in onto the Vlad, sticking around him. Vlad's going to have to flash to get away. Nice early flash there from them. Now the Gnar and the Ornn going at it a little bit, but nothing to come of it. Good attempted gank there by the Hecarim, but like you said, Vlad doesn't care if you gank.
Yep, he just kind of sits in a puddle for a little bit. He did have to flash there. I'm not sure he had to, but definitely a good safety flash.
Probably would have been safe, but yeah, better safe than sorry sort of situation.
Yeah, plus he's probably just going to back and come back with a lot of damage here in a second. So. Then he won't even care. He'll just 1v2.
Wait and see if who's going to get the first blood here. Everyone kind of keeping their distances pretty well. Junglers moving around as they need to. Looks like Kane's going to get that Scuttle Crab on the top side. The bottom one is still open. Nothing really happening between the two of them. Now the Kane's going to come up. He might try to go for a steal, and he's going to catch this Hecarim very, very low. Instead, he's going to go ahead and steal the Gromp. First blood going down to the bot lane there on that Seraphine. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Sivir doesn't know what to do. She's just distraught.
I think someone told Lucian that he's a simp, and he just wanted to prove him wrong.
Yep, murder the Seraphine, take her out.
That's right.
Now the Ornn pushing in a little bit onto this Gnar, but nothing's really going to come of that. Vlad's going to push in onto the Sylas mid here, but once again, nothing to come of that. First kill now going over to the side of Kamikaze Penguins. A little different from the last game, but we're going to have to see here if they can continue rolling forward with this.
Yeah, it looks like the only people to back have been Lucian and Seraphine. I'm sorry.
Oh, now we have a fight coming in here mid. That Sylas throwing so much damage out. Not quite getting the kill there. Taking a tower shot, but managing to walk away.
That Vlad dropped to like 200 health, and he just pressed Q and got 7. He's already packed almost full. What is this champion?
It's Vlad! Welcome, everybody. That Seraphine a little bit too close for comfort there with that Leo and that Hecarim, but they're going to let her walk away. Now the Ornn and the Gnar. Ornn's going to Ornn-horn the Gnar, keeping him right in place, getting a kill there now, 1-for-1, evening it out. That's exactly what the Ornn wants. Don't let that Gnar start it early.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that happened. Normally Gnar just kind of bullies the mess out of whoever he's playing against. It's just the power of corrupting pot.
Well, with the late game person like the Ornn, you don't want to let him have early stuff like this.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Magic Cloud's team is going to scale a lot harder this game. I think they determined that they got outscaled last game, so they want to change that up.
Hey, can you blame them?
Yeah.
Well, our first Drake is up. Looks like it's going to be the Infernal. Let's see who gets this first one here. It looks like it might be Kamikaze Penguins. They are hovering around the area and have a good advantage. Kane is up top side, so they won't have the smite there. They may have to give this first one up. And now that Hecarim once again going in and just stealing jungle from that Kane. Not giving him really any opportunity, and looks like they're going to start up that Drake.
Yep, there's Vlad's full build right there. Got his Hextech alternator.
All he needs, right?
That's right. No more killing.
This Hecarim taking quite a bit of damage there from the Drake, but nope, he's going to smite it and gain that health back. Good for him.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna die to a to a neutral objective.
Yeah, that's actually a buff smite. They buffed it this patch. It increased healing and damage per level.
Well, he needed it.
Yeah, he's a little low there. He is down 20 CS on the Kane though. That's gonna be a little bit significant. Oh, and Kane just backed and got a that thing that is like a Tiamat, but it's not really Tiamat.
Well, hopefully he can utilize it, because he is quite a ways ahead there on the items in the CS, like you said. Let's see if he can't try to utilize it. Now the Leo going in onto the Seraphine, catching her out, holding her in place. Can't quite get the follow-up from the Lucian, but now the Lucian and the Sivir going back and forth between the two of them. Oh, and the Vlad going down there from the Ignite. I figured he would have survived that, but that Silas managing to get that kill. And oh, Silas stole ult from Vlad, and now we have the Kane coming in here on the bottom side, trying to get to that Lucian. They're gonna get that, no problem. The question is, can they get the Leo? But they're gonna let that go.
Kane does have R, so they might be able to dive.
Yeah, if they get the wave pushing in, if that Leo sticks around, yeah, it looks like they're trying to consider it. And now the Orin, yep, Kane's gonna go right in onto this Leo. Not a whole lot she can do. The Hecarim trying to come in to save. He's going to try to hold him in place. Kane going onto his ults, doing some damage, but dying there to the Hecarim. Little damage going out to the Seraphine from the tower as well. But that's a 2-for-1 in favor of Imagine Cloud, so that's definitely not a bad thing for them.
Yeah, it looks like the Kane is still up about 700 gold.
That's surprisingly not as much for the lead that he has on CS.
Yeah, Lucian's up about 500 gold. Mid lane is about 200 in favor of Vlad. And top lane is pretty much dead even.
Let's see what we're going to get here next. They're going to want to try to go for that Herald, but we might have a fight here now breaking out between the Hecarim and the Kane. Hecarim trying to go in onto them, and now he's going to get caught by 3 members of Imagine Cloud. Definitely went a little bit too deep. The heal coming out from the Lucian to manage to get the save, but he might stick around a little bit too long, trying to dive in there onto the Sivir, getting the kill, but the Kane returning the favor, just barely getting out there from the Kane dive. And now the Leo trying to take as much damage as she can. The Gnar going down up top. Lucian coming out with his ult, taking out the Kane there. Now the Silas coming in there trying to help with the Seraphine, stealing her ult, keeping her in place, getting that charm. You know, that's a 2-for-1 there bot lane. 3-for-1. Because the top lane, the Gnar did die, and that Orin's going to take a bit of an advantage, but bot lane is just slowly trugging forward.
Yeah, that was I mean, it was a clean play on the bot side, and then top cleaned up one by himself. You love when your top play laner just solo kills him.
Yeah, right. Now they're going to go ahead and walk out of the jungle with what victory they have for that. 6-4 game, about a 1k gold lead in favor of Kamikaze Penguins. Let's see if they can't keep that and continue to utilize it, but that it's that lingering Ornn. If that Ornn can make it to late game, it's not going to matter.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen an Essence Reaver Ornn yet. Because that's the only weakness he has, is he runs out of mana out there. Because he can just build items if he wants to, and can't build mana.
Well, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for Imagine Cloud to try to take that Rift Herald here. They have advantage top. And I'm sure that Vladimir wouldn't mind coming up to give him a hand with that. Getting diving on Silas, but really nothing coming of it. Ornn now slowly moving his way down. Getting a ward over by the Herald just to make sure. But it doesn't look like they're going to go for it. We got Drake coming up here in a short period of time. And we're probably going to have the next fight around that area. Silas diving in onto the Vlad, but he's going to go ahead and just pull up and walk away.
Yeah, Silas stole Vlad ult there, and he used it, but he used it after he had all his damage. So it didn't actually do anything.
Just bad timing. You got to work with what you got sometimes.
Yep. I think he thought he could one-shot him. But just a little, not enough damage.
Nope. Now it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are sticking around this Drake. They don't see that ward there, unfortunately, though. And they're getting spotted out, and I think it looks like Imagine Cloud are just going to give this one up because they know that it's 4 members down bot here, and they're just a little too low to deal with this. Meganar coming out, managing to keep himself alive. Almost feel like maybe Imagine Cloud should probably go for that Rift Herald, but that Ornn having a very, very good fight here against that Gnar. Gnar going small again, and he might be able to win this fight. Yep, Gnar going down one more time. That is, I believe, the 3rd solo kill for that Ornn top lane. You figure that the Ornn would have a disadvantage.
Yeah, I talked about before the game. The Gnar should be whooping him, but it looks like Gnar is building towards that Stride Breaker. And once he finishes that up, he should be have a little more agency throughout the game.
Well, we're gonna have to see if it comes an advantage for him. But being so far behind with that, it's not really where you want to be.
Ooh, the Hecarim built a Sunderer. That is exciting. Normally he'll be going to Chem Tank, but the Sunderer gives you so much more damage, and you get a lot more healing as well. But
I almost feel like that's what they need here is just the extra damage to melt people down. Get in there quickly, and take somebody out.
Yeah, the Sheen proc is really nice as well. Although I would have loved to see a Stride Breaker.
Silas going in onto the Vlad one more time. Sharing back and forth, jumping in onto him, trying to take him out, but not quite coming up with anything. The Ornn going in on the Gnar one more time. Chunking him down about to half health. Now the Hecarim coming into the Vlad. Vlad's going to pull and get away. That Kayn is floating around in the area. But we do have that Rift Herald up that they're going to have to keep an eye out for. Silas almost getting caught out there.
It looks like Sivir rushed the mana immune. I haven't seen that in a little bit. That is going to be plenty of mana for her. I wonder if she'll work on the Essence River next. She does have the
Ooh, that Leo ult, that would have been real nice had that Vlad not pooled.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
Only so much you can do about it. Now that Leo's going to come back in, holding that Vlad right in place for the Silas to take out. They might be able to do the same thing onto the Seraphine. She's going to flash away under tower and manages to get away. But a great engage there by the Leo, holding that Vlad in place to let that Silas melt him away. Taking a bit more of an advantage mid lane. He's probably going to try to push a little bit here and take a little of that tower. But nope, looks like they're going to decide to go for the Herald, which in all honesty is probably the better option. But it looks like the Gnar and the Leo are going to try to go top and clear the rest of that wave. They're going to take that Rift Herald, and they're going to have three neutral objectives.
That is definitely a good lead for Kamikaze Penguins. And we did mention earlier that Magic Cloud does outscale a little bit here.
That is true, and that Ornn being so far ahead, it's not really going to matter about the difference between top lane. And now they're trying to dive in here onto the Lucian, but he manages to make it under tower. But the Gnar is going to go ahead and take out a lot of this top tower in response. But the Vlad is going to be pushing in on mid. Who has the Hecarim has the Herald, and they're probably going to try to clear this tower. And they may push forward with it, but it looks like he's going to hang on to it. Now the Silas going in onto the Vladimir. Vladimir tries to pull away. Silas just missing the grab there. Taking quite a bit of damage down onto that Vlad. Not quite going to be enough to kill him. Flashing away, trying to get away from the Vlad. Both of them are going to walk away with just a little life left. But Silas is in a bit more of an advantage because he's got the Hecarim here and the Leo. And it looks like they're going to try to push mid. They might even drop the Herald here.
Yep, there it comes.
Here it is. Well, the Kane's going to try to do something to counteract it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Kane ults. Herald taking down the first tier mid-tower. Giving some more gold over to Kamikaze Penguins. They do lead by about 2k and 2 kills, but it's the fact that they're taking these neutral objectives early that are keeping their gold lead, but they're going to need to move a little quicker to try to end the game before that Ornn really comes online.
It looks like Ornn is level 13, and I believe his first Ornn upgrade is 14 now.
I think I thought it was 13.
It used to be something, and then moved it up one level. I remember that much.
Now the Kane's going in here onto the Leo. Seraphine and Sivir are going to follow up with it, but they're going to push this Kane closer to the tower. He's going to take quite a few shots, and he's going to die for it. Hecarim's going to go ahead and dive in there to keep everybody in place, getting a double kill. The Sivir very, very low on health, being covered by that Vladimir. Nearly winning that engage until the Hecarim and the Leo had some backup, and the Kane getting pulled in way too far close to that tower, and such a great pushback by the Hecarim on the rest of the team, turning that fight around. And they're going to take the next Drake here, and that's going to put him on Ocean Soul Point.
Well, this is kind of the same situation we saw in the last game, where the team without the Ornn got really far ahead, and then Ornn is Ornn. So
yeah, Ornn is Ornn.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Not a whole lot you can do about it.
The banner, so. And you got a wait, no, the wheat farmer is Karthus. I was about to call him the wheat farmer, but I guess he's not. It does have a scythe, so it kind of looks like he's a wheat farmer.
True. Now some jungle stealing going on both sides. The Ornn taking a little bit here on the top lane, and the Silas taking a little bit on the bot. Gonna balance out slightly. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the next Rift Herald because the Baron's going to come up here. So it's one less neutral objective for them. We got the next Ocean Soul coming up in a little under 4 minutes. I got a feeling that the next neutral fight is probably going to be around that Soul Drake, unless they try to go for an early Baron.
Yeah, so it looks like it is level 15 when Ornn upgrades items. Or at least he hasn't gotten around to upgrading anybody's yet. But he does have his Sunfire upgraded.
Right. Yeah, but one more level and he'll probably upgrade, I want to say the Sivir or the Kane.
I would imagine he goes with the Kane. Kane seems to be doing the most in this game so far.
Yeah, try to keep him forward and keep him as much in the lead as possible. They're going to want to try to turn this around.
At this point, the Ornn should just go him on himself.
Oh, and the Silas playing Bushwickie up in the Tri-Bush here, taking out that Vlad. What a great play, just walking blind into that bush, not knowing that Silas was there. That's unfortunate. Oh, and now it looks like the Hecarim's coming in here onto the Ornn to help out that Gnar. Gnar going Mega, and there's nothing that Ornn's going to be able to do about it. Shutdown going on to the Hecarim. Lucian now chasing down this Kane. Not quite going to get anything, getting close to half. The Leo's going to try to come in and do something about it. Hitting Turbo Chem Tank to get in there quicker. Holding the Kane right in place. Not quite getting the ult, but definitely slowing him down enough for that Lucian to come in here. But taking the kill regardless. I see how that is support.
Hey, it's securing the kill. You gotta get away.
Secure. I need to use that now with my ADC from now on when he bitches at me.
Especially
you stole my kill, I was just securing it.
He said he was gonna get away.
Yeah, just had to make sure. Better safe than sorry, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of an early Baron here now, seeing as how they got all those kills. Yeah, I don't... it feels a little bit like a repeat of last time. One team slowly taking a further and further lead. But I'm curious if that Ornn, if it gets high enough leveled, if the items are going to make the difference for the fight.
Yeah, it is a little bit different here because the outplay potential is not as big for Imagined Cloud as it was for Kamikaze Penguins last game with the Kassadin versus the Vlad. Because Vlad kind of just does one thing and then runs away.
True.
Or he runs you down, depending on how low you are.
But we're gonna have to see if that difference is big enough to warrant a comeback like what happened last time, but in favor of Imagined Clouds, or if Kamikaze Penguins are just going to dominate the second game.
Yeah, because you kind of got to think about it like this: you have a Reaper and you have a Vampire. How often do you see those guys fight for 10 years?
Yeah, true. All we need at that point is a Warwick for the werewolves.
There you go. You just kind of
and we can be friends.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to set up for this last Drake vision here. 40 seconds on the Ocean Soul for Kamikaze Penguins, and a dive coming in here on the Hecarim into the Kayn. Lucian deciding to ult, the Kayn getting away from that with his ult. Seraphine using her ult to keep everybody charmed and away. Taking quite a bit of damage from them, but they're going to have to back out of that fight. And this dragon might easily go over to Kamikaze Penguins.
Yeah, that's a defensive Seraphine ult when the dragon's just about to spawn in 10 seconds. So.
Right. Yeah, she's not going to have that for the fight, but the Lucian will be short on his. But however, the big thing too is the Kayn won't have his for his fight either. And now he's going to try to go up against this Sylas here. He's going to turn the ult around onto the Kayn. Can't quite get the kill out onto him, but he's still doing just fine. Two fights going on here. Ornhorn coming in into the jungle. Sylas getting caught out, but he's going to manage to take out the Victor with it. And now everybody's trying to chase down mid lane. Ornn is barely going to get away with his life, but it looks like they're going to take down the Sivir, unfortunately. And that is going to be an easy soul for them. Seraphine and Ornn the only ones walking away from that fight.
Yeah, that Sylas was kind of sitting in the bush at like 20 HP and somehow killed 3 people. That champion. Ugh.
Yeah, and unfortunately they can't go for a Baron, but they still have the buff, so it really doesn't matter. They need to just push this down mid lane and try to crack open this base and get the inhibs. And they may be able to take game 2 and take a very commanding 2-0 lead in this series.
Yeah, unfortunately Baron buff ran out, so they kind of just got to reset. Think about what they're going to do with that extra 4,000 gold they got from that power play.
Yeah, quite the biggest Baron buff that we've had so far in this series, and that's easily a good 1.5 to 2 items there for them.
Yeah, but they do still... That actually does kind of equate with what Ornn gets for doing nothing in that amount of time, so...
True.
I'd say that's one trade.
Well, let's see. Hopefully this Ornn can come online here and get them some good items. Because they're going to have to start turning this around, and there we go. There goes the item onto the Vlad. Surprising that it didn't go onto the Kayn or the Sivir. You think they're trying to turn him around? Nope, it looks like he's also doing the Kayn. So he's doubling down on both of them.
He just forgot and had to go take a walk with his boys.
Oh, hey guys, I forgot. Here, take these. They're awesome.
It's like when it's like January 13th and you're like, oh crap, I forgot about Christmas.
You're a little late, but you know what? We'll take it.
Exactly. No one's going to say I don't want your presents.
Now it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are going to try to come around on this Ornn. Both the Leo and the Hecarim trying to come in as quickly as they possibly can to help this Sylas out. Ornhorn coming in there getting exhausted, but it doesn't look like it's really going to matter. Nothing's really going to happen from it, and that Ornn's going to get killed. Now the Nar's coming in onto the Vlad. Vlad's going to try to pull away. managing to make it. But still, Imagine Cloud on their back feet here.
Yeah, I definitely think if the Vlad had phase rush, he would have died a lot less this game.
Yeah. That's been keeping him alive for quite a bit, but it doesn't look like it's helping his team out too much. They are down almost 10k gold, and they are down 10 kills. No Drakes to show for it. Not a single neutral objective, actually, if I can think of it. Now the Vlad's trying to go in onto the rest of the team. Seraphine ult just missing. Ult from the Leo trying to come in onto the Vlad, but now the Hecarim coming in real deep here, trying to get in there to get a couple of kills, but can't quite come up with it. Taking a few tower shots to get out, but now the Silas diving in there. They're trying to get the rest of the team here. They managed to get the Kayn, they managed to get the Vlad, they managed to get the Sivir, and they're going to take the Ornn, and they're going to get the Ace. I think this is going to be the game for Kamikaze Penguins.
They were all the way in their base, and all of the towers were up. That was hilarious.
that's going in way too deep there, but hey, it worked out for them, and I think, yeah, that's going to be the game. Kamikaze Penguins looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead here after coming back and forth in game 1, and then for the most part dominating game 2. AJ, you think that Imagine Cloud's going to manage to turn this around, or are we going to have a sweep here on our hands?
I believe in them. They're gonna get a Cloud Soul the next game, and you know, if Imagine Cloud gets Cloud Soul, you can't lose. Even though
they got Cloud Soul in game 1.
Maybe they get the first Cloud Dragon. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, it's the first one. Yep.
That's the first dragon. Yeah. See, Cloud was the second dragon this game. It was the third dragon last game. It's gonna be the first one next game. Then it's gonna be easy clap.
Well, we're gonna have to see if they manage to come out on this. Looking at the stats here. Yeah, a lot of damage just spread out on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Most of it coming out from the mid and the ADC. They, for the most part, dominated the gold lead. A little back and forth up until we hit the 10-minute mark, and then just a slow rise. Not really coming down too much, just dominating most of the game and just slowly going and going and going until they had the win. I don't even think how many towers did the other team take out? How many towers did Imagine Cloud take out?
One. They took one.
Just one. Ugh.
And
Yeah,
it was the top tower, and it was the first tower.
Yeah, even if they managed to turn it around and get an ace on to Kamikaze Penguins, the amount of time that they have to try to clear out that many objectives, there's just too much defense still.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. Just a small snowball that led. Not very many mistakes on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, and if the other team doesn't make mistakes, you kind of can't win.
No, unfortunately not. Well, let's see if we have Game 3 coming up. We're going to have to see if Imagine Cloud can't try to turn this around and take us to a Game 4. Maybe even get the reverse sweep. Who knows? I'd actually like to see it.
We always like reverse sweeps.
Well, we're going to take a short break, folks, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, everybody, we are back for game 3 of the Freljord finals between Kamikaze Penguins and Imagine Cloud. Penguins taking this 2-0 in the series, best of 5 right now, coming off of a backdoor in game 1, and then just slowly dominating game 2 with the changes here in this next matchup. I don't see an Ornn, AJ.
Yeah, there's no Ornn, and I'm kind of happy because I don't like Ornn. Makes me sad. But there is a Shen back. Shen's come back into the game, so you'll have to see that.
Shen's been a pretty good pick, quite frankly, having that Shen ult, and if he takes a teleport, he's just all over the map.
Yeah, I also want to point out that Imagine Cloud picked red side again. I would assume that the Penguins had the pick in the first game, but then the loser usually gets to select, and then they pick red side 2 games in a row.
They've stuck on the same side this entire time, haven't they?
Yep. Also, it looks like they picked Shin in the first round and Tristana, which Tristana's the best ADC right now, hands down.
Yeah.
And then they answered with a Malphite into an AP tank. So that's a little confusing to me, but I guess it'll be good into the Tristana. But we'll see how that works out.
Well, it looks like, I like that Malphite. He going up against the Shen, he doesn't care about the CS. All he needs to do is wait until endgame and then press R.
Yeah, the problem is you got a Tristana that can W away if he wants to. Cassiopeia, kind of screwed.
Yeah, but I think the Cassiopeia Sylas fight is going to be really nice. And Sylas, once again, has a good amount of ults that he can steal from. But first time we're seeing the Udyr here for the jungle, and he's been a pretty top tier jungler for the last couple of months here in this season.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't been seeing him banned out because he's the best one other than Hecarim, I believe. I believe he's the second best. His clear speed and all that. But it's also not pro play, so I don't really know.
Well, I guess we're going to find out here. We're going to go here into game 3, folks. Let us know who you think's going to win, either Kamikaze Penguins or Imagine Cloud, and we'll get this game rolling and see what happens. I believe so. Yep. And away we go. And it looks like we're going to get another group push here from Imagine Cloud. I don't know if they're going to try to go for an engage. Oh, they might be trying to invade here through the mid. Ooh, they might be able to catch that Nautilus out, and they do. They decide to jump in on him. Can't quite get a Leo hook off of it. But they're going to get a good amount of damage.
The Shin actually went for the flash taunt that time. He missed his opportunity in the first game. He just barely missed the E, and he didn't want to flash on him, but he flashed on him there.
Yeah, flash for flash. So that trades it up just a little bit between the Leo and the Naut. But now it looks like top, mid, and jungle are sitting here around the red. The Shen has absolutely no idea. He's going to walk right into this, though. And he's going to have to get himself out of here. He has no flash to do anything about it. And he's going to die. First blood going over to the Malphite. Early kill here, level 1.
Dang, he got so close to that blast cone.
Yeah, the problem is he would have had to get to the other side of it, though.
Yeah, I think if he would have dashed over that Krug pit, he might have been able to make it. But he would have to walk straight through him, so I don't know.
Well, on the bright side, it's not going to leave him behind in lane as far as it comes down to CS, because both him and Malphite are going to make it there at the same time, roughly. But yeah, giving that early kill over is definitely not a good feeling moment, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And luckily, the Udyr does know that the Hecarim's taking his jungle, so he'll probably just go ahead and counter jungle him as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's not going to do that. I'd be impressed if he doesn't come down through the bot side and take that red. Fights breaking out between the two teams, but not a whole lot happening in each skirmish. Yep, and the Udyr is coming down and invading the bot side jungle for Kamikaze Penguins. That Nautilus getting a great hook there on the Tristana, taking her out well below half health. Yeah, Jhin doing so much damage there.
Yeah, the only surprise for me in this game is the Hecarim took Conqueror. Everything else is pretty much standard.
Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt him, but he might be trying to go for quite a bit of damage. But now he's going to come up top side trying to take out that Shen, but more or less just forcing him away.
Yeah, the Conqueror Hecarim is usually a Triforce. Oh, there's gank bot.
Oh, but now we have a gank bot here onto the Udyr. Udyr trying to get a kill onto the Jhin. Jhin using his heal to come in and surviving. They're going to get that kill there over onto the Tristana, and 1 for 1 on each team. Gold pretty much even, couple hundred difference, but good game so far to start out.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun one. You just love when Tristana jumps over and puts a pumpkin on your head.
Just drops you right there. Now the Malphite in a little bit of trouble against the Shen. Not quite gonna die, but very, very low. Not sure if he's gonna be able to do much of anything at this point. And the Nautilus trying to hold down bot tower on solo. Jhin coming back in time to help him. And now the Shen and the Malphite. I'm wondering if the Shen might try to go for a dive on him, and he is. He's going to go right into this tower. He's going to take a couple of shots. Malphite's going to flash away, and the tower is going to get the Shen while he gets tangled up with the minions there. Malphite barely making out of there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that lane is going to be almost impossible for Malphite, because Shen Q does % max health AP damage.
Oh, now we have a teleport coming in. That Shen's going to try to get another kill, but now the Hecarim's coming in. Gonna try to turn this around on the Shen, but now he's staying a little bit too long, and he might die to that Shen, but doesn't look like he's gonna make it. He does make it out alive though. Bot lane getting pushed in hard against Kamikaze Penguins, but for the most part remaining relatively even. Slight lead on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, and now the Malphite is back to fight with the Shen.
It looks like Malphite got the whole bombies and Shen got the whole ruby crystal, so.
Well, now an engage coming in here onto the Jhin, catching him out with that Leo hook. The Udyr's there to kind of, you know, support. Didn't really need him. Double kill going on to the Tristana, but at the end of the day, great gank, even though it really didn't matter.
Yeah, the start of that play was odd because red team was on the bottom side and blue team was on the top side.
Yeah. Yeah, but now we're getting Shen backing. Wondering if he may try to come down to the dragon here to help out his teammates. Hecarim waiting to jump over. Just a little late on that, and he is going to get melted away, and he's going to pay for that. That is really unfortunate. Just bad timing on the jungler to try to get that steal. Couldn't quite get it. Now the Sylas coming in onto the Cassiopeia. Just missing the kill there.
Man,
looks like Imagine Cloud's taking a little bit more of a lead here now, getting up to about a 1k gold lead.
It looks like that early kill is going really well for this Malphite.
Yeah, so far it is. So far.
Yeah,
as long as he can keep going to the late game.
Yeah. Problem is, even in the late game, I don't know what he can do. Other than ulting the Cassiopeia, that's about all he's going to be good for.
Yeah, if he can get a good R and have his team follow up, it'll be nice, but it all depends on if he can make those plays.
Yep.
And we might get a fight here. Looks like the Udyr's playing a little bush Wookiee, trying to wait for somebody to show up. Not going to catch that Sylas, however. And they're going to go ahead and leave it be. So far, everybody just taking it easy here. Going on 6 minutes into the game. Still pretty early, but we do have 1 kill per minute at the moment.
And that's what you like to see in these games. If you're not getting a kill per minute, then you're just not having enough fun.
Now, what kind of game are you playing, right?
Exactly. If it's not Street Fighter 2, then I'm sad.
Now the Malphite and the Shen going at it. Malphite trying to get enough damage to take the Shen low. With the Shen doing the exact same amount back to the Malphite. They both get to about half health here. They're going to give each other a little bit of space. Nautilus trying to cover for that Jhin. That Leona trying to look for a hook. The Hecarim sitting around Tribush. Doesn't look like he's going to try to do anything about it. Now he's going to get caught out by the ward, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Hecarim is level 5 and he has a Phage, so he's definitely going for either Sunder or Triforce. I wouldn't imagine he would rush a Sterex. That'd be a little cringe, but
Well, you never know.
you might just like shields. The other team got a Shin, I get a Sterex.
Now we're going to get a little engage here around the Baron pit. A flash away bot lane from the Jhin to try to get away from that Leo. But now we're going to have a 3v2 here around the Herald. Silas is going to come in here and dive onto the Shen. They're going to manage to get the kill there. The Udyr is going to bail out and leave his top laner. And yep, they're definitely going to be able to get that Herald. Leo's going to have to body block these shots for the Tristana. Just managing to make it away. The flash coming in from the Nautilus to try to keep everybody in place. A little bit too ambitious, and the Tristana just tears him apart. Now she's going to go ahead and dive in onto the Jhin, and she might be able to get a double kill here. She needs to keep the pressure up, and yep, double kill coming in for the ADC. Slowly taking the lead here.
So as you can see, Tristana is just doing that thing that the other team's bot lane always does in your ranked games.
Yeah, for the most part. And now it looks like this Udyr is going to get caught out, but he's going to manage to make it away with the help of the Shen. But yeah, that Tristana 6-0-0 just absolutely fed. But a nice 600 gold bounty. If the other team can take her out and put that on the right person, they may be able to slowly start turning this around. But imagine Cloud just dominating this early game right now.
So Cat's going for a back. She probably has enough for at least a blasting one here. I wonder if we're gonna get double that item that makes people Everfrost mid again. Oh no, it looks like she got a Fiendish Codex. She's gonna be looking for a I think that's Leandri's.
Well, now this Jhin gonna get caught out here by the Udyr. Leo's gonna come and help back him up in. However, we do have a teleport coming in from the Silas trying to back up his ADC, but it's not really going to help. The Udyr is a little low. The ult coming in from the Silas stolen from the Leo. And now the Naught's going to grab that Udyr and they're going to take him out. But the Tristana does so much damage to that Nautilus, it doesn't even matter. Leo's going to hold that Silas in place. He's going to turn on that Tristana. He's going to try to take her out, manages to do it. And it looks like he might actually take out this Leo on top of it, unless she can try to hold him where he is. But I don't know if she's going to be able to do enough damage. And he might opt to just leave her alone. And yeah, they're going to take advantage bot lane here. Slowly trying to turn this back around. And trying to take a lead. However, it is 8-5 in favor of Imagine Cloud. And they do have about a 2k gold lead. But now we have that Herald coming down. Silas getting caught by the tower. Oh, that is unfortunate.
No, this is a faster back.
It's just a faster back. Yep.
Yeah, no, he was thinking.
He was thinking about that real well.
Yeah, he was like,
now the
hey,
Malphite going in onto the Shen. But the Shen turning that around onto the Malphite and getting the kill there.
He said, call an ambulance.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. And that Hecarim getting caught out too by the Bush Wookiee and Udyr. I love that Udyr is just sitting in the bushes waiting for the opportunities. And they're going to get their second Drake here, which means that our soul is going to be Mountain.
Yeah, the Silas is 3-1 and the Tristana is 7-1. I don't know who can carry harder. I will point out the Silas got a Ludens this time. That's gonna be a lot more burst than the Everfrost, but a lot less utility. And the Cassiopeia is going for the Leandries. With the tier almost fully stacked. Silas also has a Dark Seal with 2 stacks on it. We'll see how that goes. I have noticed that the mid laner for Kamikaze Penguins almost always switches to sweeper early.
Never a bad thing. You want to try to clear out the wards where you can. Trying to keep that vision down on the enemy side is definitely something you want to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's just odd that the mid laner is the one that does it. Because you always see the support in the jungle get it, but the mid too is as early as he gets it. It's kind of
true.
Cool.
True. Now this Malphite getting caught out here by both the Shen and the Udyr is going to make it under tower in time. The Shen getting knocked up underneath tower, taking up a bunch of damage there, but managing to get away. But now the Hecarim coming down bot lane to help his ADC and his support. They're going to take out the Tristana. It looks like they're going to take out the Leo to boot. Yep. Fearing her back into the rest of the team, holding her in place, and that Jhin is going to get the other kill there as well. And now the Shen coming in onto that Malphite one more time, getting a kill there, but that's 2 for 1, but they still have a bit of the lead on the side of Cloud. And they're each going to take out a tower, I believe, here. I don't know what top side looks like. It's still standing, but barely, I believe. Silas might try to catch out that that Shen up top side, but now we have a teleport coming in from the Cassiopeia to come back him up. And it's going to be a 2-on-1 here. That Silas getting caught out by the Cassiopeia. Shen's going to turn back around and try to help, and the Udyr is going to be there as well. But that Silas doing so much damage onto the Cassiopeia, but she's going to move herself away and manages to survive that. Luckily, she had the rest of her team there to kind of help her out. Almost thought that Silas there had a kill.
Man, these games make me want to main Silas.
You can play every champ, right?
Exactly. You just duo with the Silas and a Viego, you basically get a whole nother champ for free.
Oh, and now that Leo's going to try to go in here on the Nautilus. The Nautilus is going to hook and flash to get away, but the Tristana jumps in and does so much damage, just ripping him apart. Another kill going on to the side of Imagine Cloud. And that Jhin just came back, and now he's at half health already. Where'd your health go, buddy?
Yeah, that Kraken Slayer bolt, that's just one Kraken Slayer bolt can one-shot an ADC. Which is kind of, you know, super enjoyable to play.
Hell, one shot, the Kraken Bolt needs to practically sneeze on somebody and they're dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Tristana can kill the Malphite in 6 autos right now.
Just a repeat of last time, except it was Kate the first time, and now it's a Tristana. And now that
man.
Malphite's going to get jumped in here on that Shen. He's going to have to flash away and barely survives that engagement. Silas looks like he's trying to come up and help this Malphite take out the Shen. But instead, he's going to decide to hover around that Baron pit. That Shelly is up for a couple of more minutes. Now the Silas is coming up here. He's going to grab that Shen. Shen's going to try to get away from this fight. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Malphite coming in with the ult. They're going to hold him right in place. He's going to try to turn onto the Malphite, but it's not going to matter, and he's going to go ahead and die. Jhin just so low that Tristana doing so much damage.
There is absolutely no way on earth that Malphite ult hit. That dude was standing so far away from him and it just bounced him.
He managed to make it. Probably a max range ult, but now that Silas coming down against the Cassiopeia, he is a little bit lower on health. He has the Nautilus there to help him out, but now the Tristana coming over the wall, tearing up that Silas. The rest of the team coming in onto the Nautilus. Nautilus going down. 2 kills going over onto the side of Imagine Cloud, and it looks like they're going to go for that first Soul Drake here. That's going to put them on Soul Point for the Mountain.
So it looks like I was incorrect with my prediction, because Imagine Cloud's doing well, and no Cloud Drakes. Maybe that's what it was. With the Cloud Drake existing, they just do worse.
Yeah, look, yeah, they don't need the Cloud Drake. They are the Cloud. Get that crap out of here. We don't want it.
Exactly. Oh, the Shin failed E over the
Oh,
wall.
no, but now that Hecarim's going to get caught out here, it looks like. Leo's going to grab and try to hold him into place. He's going to manage to get himself out. But now there are 5 people here surrounding this Jhin. He might be in trouble. He's going to have to flash away from the Shen and manage to survive. Curtain Call coming out, trying to hit as many people as he can to slow them down and do a little bit of damage. But it's really not going to matter. But the Silas stolen Leo ult's going to lock a couple people into place. They're going to take Leo out. Now we do have a 5v4 with that Malphite coming in. They're going to take out the Silas, however, and the Tristana is going to go down as well with the Nautilus. It's a 3v3, and that Malphite does have a lot of health, but he doesn't have his ult quite yet. He almost has that there, and that might be able to turn this game around. But the Hecarim getting caught out by the Udyr down bot lane, barely going to make it out of there, trying to charge out. Doesn't have a tower to save himself. He might have to just leave his friends behind. Heal coming out from the Jhin, locking that Udyr in place. They're going to try to take him out, but nope. The Udyr's going to go down, and they have the Shen ult coming in. Now it is a 3v1, and I don't think that Jhin is going to make it, unfortunately. He's going to try to take out the Cassiopeia, but nope, double kill coming out for the mid laner.
Man, all that fight makes me think is the Andrews is such just a wonderful item. Like, oh, you have tank? Nice.
Watch me care.
Yep.
No, now they're going to take this neutral objective. A complete polar opposite of what happened last game. Imagine Cloud just slowly taking this lead, maintaining all of these neutral objectives, and just absolutely dominating this game right now.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure.
Almost 5k gold lead.
Yeah, it's a big lead. I'm not sure you can say it was slowly since Tristana was 6-0 at 10 minutes.
Yeah, the Tristana just 10, 3, and 2. Just doing so much damage. She's at, what, 8,600 gold.
That's a 2k gold lead over her opponent.
And he even has more CS.
Yeah.
She's just getting that kill gold.
Yeah, Jhin has about a kill's worth of CS on the Tristana, and he's still down 2,000 gold.
Yeah. And it looks like not only do we have over a kill per minute, but even just on the side of Imagine Clouds, they are on 1 kill per minute just as a team.
Yep.
Just a strong domination here from Imagine Cloud. Now the Udyr is trying to come up here to protect this tier 1 top tower. Leo backs him up, and they manage to force the rest of the team out. Tristana is lurking in the area with them. Wondering if they might try to jump on somebody and get a kill here if they decide to come down through river. No, that Nautilus is going to manage to get away, though. That Shen is pushing down bot. Really, really nice. It looks like everyone's hovering around the Baron pit. They're going to pop the Shelly here top side to get that tower, and they're going to start an early Baron here. I don't see why they can't. They have a Tristana. They're not going to be able to do anything about this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, folks, but there is no way. Baron going over to the side of Imagine Clouds, but it may not matter. They may be able to clear this up here. Kamikaze Penguins taking out a couple of the team members here. 2 down, maybe even getting a 3rd here onto that Udyr, and now they only have 2 Barons up.
Yeah, that Jin's gonna be a little bit bigger now.
Yep.
Got a couple kills.
Yep, and shutting down 3 of the 5 Baron buffs is going to put them on their heels for a little bit, and they might be able to push down this mid tower. Maybe get the last one in the base. Oh, now it looks like the Shen's trying to do something. He's just getting caught in the middle of that. There's not a whole lot that he can do. Just trying to keep them distracted.
Looked like he just really wanted to save the turret, and unfortunately the turret just wanted to die.
Yeah, only so much you can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very early 20-minute Baron here coming onto the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Now the Shen might catch out this Nautilus. Nope, he's going to make it under tower. And we have this last Drake coming up. This is going to be Soul here for Imagine Cloud. And I honestly do not think that Kamikaze Penguins can do anything about this.
But I really want him to face check.
I know, right? They're sitting here and they're waiting. Nope, now that Silas is going to get caught out here. Shen's going in. Tristana throwing out so much damage. Great ult coming from the Sylas, stolen from the Leo. Oh, that was just Leo's. My apologies. Wrong team, wrong side. And it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are very, very low overall in general. Solo on the Drake. Looks like they might lose that Shen. Sylas is going in. He does manage to get the kill there, but they are going to manage to get Soul Point. Tristana taking out the Sylas, and now they're going to hold that Malphite into place, and they're going to take him out as well. Curtain Call coming in, trying to take out that Cassiopeia, and they managed to get it. But now the Tristana getting another kill over on to the Hack Room. And she's just so big, and a Flash coming in there trying to take out that Nautilus and just barely getting away.
Yeah, that was definitely close. Oh, look how little health he has.
Health check. Good. Good Lord.
Like about a 2,000 gold Baron power play there, and maybe a little more without the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, halfway decent considering you only had 2 people with the Baron.
Yeah.
That Shen's trying to take a lot of damage there, trying to get a little bit off of that tower, but not quite getting that tier 2. Malphite's coming in to respond.
Shen should not be able to do that much damage.
He shouldn't, but he does.
He killed the Gromp in 7 autos.
Well, at least he didn't take blue buff, so I guess there's that, right?
There you go. Sylas is happy.
Yep, I'll take
Maybe
it.
he'll TP backdoor again.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, they're going to have to open up the base if he wants to do that, but at the moment it looks like Imagine Cloud has quite an advantage here in most every lane and every aspect right now. I think Kamikaze Penguins are going to have to catch a couple of people out and get a couple of good plays here. Malphite using his ult to get over and away. Hate to use it for that, but sometimes you just have to survive, right?
Yep. Oh well. That doesn't have a super long cooldown, so.
No. I was gonna say I did watch a game or cast an amateur game recently where the Malphite used his ult in the game, but not once used it for an engage. He just used it to disengage over walls.
Well.
A 45-minute game, and he didn't have a single R engage. It was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. Now that Nautilus getting caught out here, can't quite get the hook to get over. The Tristana's going to follow up. She's got the bomb on him, taking him below half health, jumping over and getting the kill. Going over to Cassiopeia, but it doesn't matter. We know where the damage came from.
Yeah, Cassio securing the kill.
Securing the kill. Yeah, it's not stealing. I got to remember, it's not stealing. It's securing. Now it looks like they're going to push top lane. Shen's pushing in bottom lane. Cassiopeia's pushing in mid lane. The rest of Kamikaze Penguins just reset and are starting to come out of the base here, but it looks like they're going to lose, at the very least, the top tower there. And slowly but surely, Imagine Cloud's coming in here to win this game.
Yeah, we'll see, because it definitely looked like this in game 1, and it did not end up the same way.
That is true. However, the lack of towers on the other side was the different key factor here. So I don't know if we're going to see any backdooring here from Kamikaze Penguins just yet. They're going to have to do a little bit more work to open the map up for themselves.
I don't know. They've got a lot of turrets down. It's possible that they could break open the inhib mid here, and that could open up an opportunity.
Yeah, mid would probably be their best bet. We do have the Baron coming up here in 10 seconds. Probably going to be our next fight. And Elder is going to be spawning in just over 2. So I got a feeling whoever can win this Baron fight is probably going to take the Elder on top of it. Shen does have his ult. No teleport, though. But the Malphite has his teleport to respond. So we're going to have to see. Both of these are probably going to try to come up. Little bushwhacking in here onto the Udyr, catching him a little out of place, but he's going to manage to make it over with a flash. The Sylas not making it, however. That Tristana doing so much damage. Teleport coming in here onto the Malphite, but it's going to be a little bit too late, and he's going to have to try to run now from that teleport he just made, but a bad decision on his part. The Tristana just taking him out. She's just ripping apart the other team here, and that's going to easily be a Baron over for Imagine Cloud.
Yeah, both kills in that fight. She had it with a fadeaway auto. That's just the most hilarious thing.
And now the Shen going in 1-on-3 here, easily holding his own, just peeling away, managing to get the Baron. Now they have all 5 up this time, and if they had a 2k gold lead with the last one, I can't imagine that this one won't be more.
They are up 10,000 gold right now.
Yeah, I mean, what does it matter? A little extra Baron gold.
Looks like this is gonna be.
I think this is gonna be the siege here. They got another wave coming down, but no, it looks like they're gonna opt to try to go for. They're gonna set up for the Elder. They're gonna go ahead and back themselves up. They're gonna set up for the Elder. They have a couple of seconds to do it. And I have a feeling that Kamikaze Penguins have to know that this is coming as well.
It looks like Tristana's completed her Kraken, IE, and Stormrazor, and then Morello's as well for the healing.
Yeah, that's going to be really, really helpful for her. And to top it all off, the Shen does have his ult and he does have his teleport, but it looks like he's just going to continue to push top lane until his team needs him. But he's definitely going to want to come in and fight for this here. Looks like everyone's trying to keep their distance a little bit. Nobody wanting to dive in too deep or do anything too crazy quite yet. It is a 5-on-4, but they're just letting that Shen slowly push into top lane. They're trying to zone out Imagine Cloud from this Drake here. They're going to try to take it, but they're going to lose an inhib on top of this, and Shen's just going to keep trying to truck forward here. I don't know if this is really worth it for Kamikaze Penguins.
This might be a TSM play right here. We've seen it before.
They're going to have to take this Drake, but that Shen's just doing so much damage. And now the Malphite ult coming in. Got the curtain call to back it up. The Hecarim's going to try to come in here, but that Tristana just doing so much damage. Kill going over to the Udyr, and they're going to take out the Malphite on top of that. This is going to be cleaning house here. It's not even going to matter. They're going to get the Drake, and they're going to get the base. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that Kamikaze Penguins can do.
Yeah, that's the thing you hate about Shed is he can be split pushing, but he's actually in the fight the whole time.
Yep, whether you like it or not, he's there whether he's there or not. Oh, and now he's just taunting. Oh, BM in that right there against the Jhin, just standing in front of the fountain. All right, well, we are slowly turning this game around. We might actually see a reverse sweep going 2-1, still in favor of Kamikaze Penguins, but game 3 turning around and going in favor of Imagine Cloud. Gotta wonder what's game 4 going to be like. Are we going to see another Imagine Cloud victory, or are we going to see Kamikaze Penguins go ahead and shut this one down?
I'm looking for a game 5. It'd be more fun if we had a game 5.
Wouldn't it be?
More fun for us.
Yeah, I'd enjoy a game 5 more, but that's going to come down to Imagine Cloud winning this next match here. Let's see that Tristana doing almost a 5k gold lead on her opponent here, winning the gold lead overall, not even having to worry about CS, going 15-4-7. She was just so far ahead.
Wish I could see the damage. Let me see. Damage to champions. Tristana did 24,000. That's it.
Good lord. And that gold lead too.
A lot more than that.
Yep, and the gold lead looked exactly the same as the last one, just in the other team's favor. 24,000 damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like it should be more, but maybe her opponents just didn't have enough health to get her numbers up.
That's fair. I mean, you compare that with the Jhin did 14k damage, and he was into a Shin, Udyr, Leona. So
yeah, and she did 10k more. On top of that, that Sylas there as well, going 18k damage. Or no, it's the Cassiopeia. Excuse me, wrong side. Sylas doing 14. Still overall that Tristana was just nasty. It's coming down to these ADCs. These ADCs just doing so much damage.
Yeah. It's also a difference because it's not the tank Hecarim that we're used to seeing lately.
Right.
So
Yeah.
he was a little more squishy, so she didn't do as much damage to him, I would imagine.
No. No, you got to wonder if that was the smarter move on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Well, is what it is. You can only do what you can now. But
Yep.
we're going to go to break, everybody. We're going to be back for game 4. We're going to see if Imagine Cloud can take us to game 5, or if Kamikaze Penguins are just going to shut this down and take the finals. We'll be back shortly, so stick around. Hey there, everybody, and welcome back for Game 4 of the Freljord Finals between Kamikaze Penguins and Imagine Cloud. It is currently 2-1 in favor of Kamikaze Penguins. Them taking Game 1 with an amazing back and forth between the two, resulting in a backdoor cast-in, which was just absolutely beautiful on their part. And then a pretty dominating game from them in Game 2, but then Imagine Cloud coming back with this game with a Tristana just absolutely dunking on Kamikaze Penguins, really not giving them too much to work with there, huh?
Yeah, Tristana's kind of an OP champ, if I will say so myself. And it looks like
Yeah.
they gave him Tristana again. I have no idea why, but
Yeah, Tristana with a thresh, those thresh hooks, those long-term holds that he has, and then his flay backward, Tristana jumping in on you. There's really nothing that you can do about something like that. On top of an Orin too, so now they have really nice late game if they can't rely on that Tristana. But instead, seeing a Nunu Willump and a Kennen, a mid lane Kennen, I would believe, right?
that is what it appears to be, a mid lane Kinnan.
That's going to be
That's
very
probably
interesting.
probably the counter pick to Silas, I guess. Not totally sure that. Oh, it's a
Huh.
Victor, not a Silas.
Oh, it's a Victor, not a Silas. It is a misclick. So, okay, so that's a Victor. So they're taking Victor mid against the Silas. That's probably not a terrible idea. But on the other side, you have the Silas, Amumu, Leona, Misfortune, Mordekaiser. Man, I really like Kamikaze Penguin's side here. They have a Silas grab, they have an Amumu grab, they have Leona hooking somebody. Misfortune can just throw out a good amount of damage along with her cone. But to top it all off, the Mordekaiser being able to just remove somebody from a battle, if he can get to that Tristana and just remove her from a fight and turn that into a 4v4, that 4v4 is Kamikaze Penguins all day.
Yeah, the problem is if that Tristana's fed enough, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're going to go into the Ornn
One-shot.
ult, or they're going to go into the Mordekaiser ult, and then he's going to die.
It's gonna take about 2 seconds for her to come right back out of that thing.
Well, that's going to be the kicker here. I think the kicker here for Kamikaze Penguins is if they get that Tristana fed, I don't think they're going to come back from that. So it's really going to come down to bot lane, kind of playing smart, playing safe, and at the very least, if they can get a good couple of ganks from the Amumu and just kind of keep her, at the very least, push back, at very best, just shut down in general. That's probably going to be the key thing that they want to do here. But we're gonna have to see what happens. I'm very curious on how that Mordekaiser is gonna pan out when it comes to group fights there, because that ability to just turn a 5v5 into a 4v4 at your whim with whoever you want, that can be a big change for them. But we'll jump here into Game 4, see if Imagine Cloud can't bring us into a Game 5, or if Kamikaze Penguins are going to take this one and finish the series as the winners. So stick around. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, folks, and here we go. Game 4, excuse me, Game 4, hoping for a Game 5, but that's going to come down to Imagine Cloud. Now let's see if we don't get an invade. Both sides have pretty decent invades here. However, in all honesty, Kamikaze Penguins have a little bit more of an advantage.
I would disagree. I would say that Magic Cloud has a better invade.
You think they got a little bit of a better one?
You got the Thresh Hook, you got the Tristana E.
True. That is true. It doesn't look like nothing's
the target. Yeah.
It doesn't really think nothing's really going to come of it, although Mordekaiser is going to float around the mid river here, maybe trying to bait Victor into something. Nope, nothing's going to come of it, but they do have that red warded top side.
Yeah, I don't know what that Amumu skin is. It's like a green fire. That's really weird.
Minions have spawned.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a chroma for Inferno.
Oh, yep, I bet you that's what that is.
Kind of looks like like an old mushroom.
like a putrid poison mushroom.
Yeah, it looks like Toad got too old.
I can see that. Yep. Looks like Amumu is going to be starting red side top, and Nunu is, he's going to start in blue side top. Amumu is going to be doing the same thing on the top side with his red. So we're going to have a top-down jungle pathing here, which means the fight's probably going to come down bot side here on the level 3. So we're going to have to see who can win this or who decides to go for the gank in general.
Looks like Nunu's skipping his Raptors and his Krugs.
He might be trying to come down for an early gank.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to 4-camp into ganking bot. That's what I was doing, Nunu.
Probably not a bad idea to do. Like we said, if they can get that Tristana in the lead and get her ahead, that's going to be a nightmare here for Kamikaze Penguins. A little bit back and forth there between the Mord and the Ornn. Ornn taking quite a bit of damage out on the Mordekaiser, but he'll take it. Hook coming in onto the Misfortune from the Thresh, trying to flay her backwards. Just barely gonna make it out of there with that heal.
Uses the pot and the heal.
Hey, you gotta use what you can there. So now the Silas trying to dive in here onto the Victor. He's gonna have to flash out of that. Just making it away. Very good engage back and forth between the two of them.
Why on earth does Riot think it's cool for a 13 CS Silas to almost one-shot someone?
Hey, you know, you have to have that one champion, right? There's always got to be that one champion that you hate. There's always got to be somebody that always needs a nerf. Why not be Silas? Right? Why not make it the most annoying champion you can think of? Oh, and now bot lane here.
Ooh.
Thresh looking for a hook, and Nunu just kind of camping around in the bush, waiting for some sort of an engage. But Silas and Amumu now bot lane. They don't have any wards river. They're not going to see this coming. Now they're going to turn. They're going to grab that Tristana. Leona's going to try to keep her in place. They're going to get the first blood onto the Nunu from that Misfortune. Oh no, this might not be good here for Kamikaze Penguins.
Snowball. Oh, boo.
Oh, and now top side, we're going to have a good engage here as well. Mordekaiser and Ornn going back and forth. He's going to flash in, and he's going to just sit down that Ornn. Back and forth, 1-for-1. One top lane, one bot lane. But it looks like there's going to be a slight gold lead here on Imagine Cloud side, and they are just one step forward in getting that Tristana really fed.
Yeah, he almost hit the patented T1 Q flash on the Mordekaiser. Anything to copy Tyler 1 makes you the best League of Legends player of all time.
I mean, he's good, so why not copy from one of the best, right?
No, he is the best. No one has ever been close to Tyler 1. Faker, trash.
I was gonna say, I mean, Faker exists in your world, right?
Clid, trash.
Oh, now we got a snowball coming in here onto that Silas. He's gonna have to flash away to avoid that gank. That is really unfortunate there, but at least getting him back and away. Now forcing him to return to the base. Tristana getting caught out by that Leo. She's going to try to keep her down for that Misfortune, and they are going to get the kill there. That is really, really nice, turning that back around. Now it is 2-1 in favor of Kamikaze Penguins, but now we have the Nunu coming top. Mordekaiser trying to do a 1v2 here, but I don't think he's big enough to deal with that. And it looks like he is going to drop, and now we have a flash from the Nunu. He is managing to hold his own there. Very well 2v1 against that Nunu and the Ornn.
Yeah, once Mordekaiser gets that Conqueror proc, he's pretty much not going to die if he has his W available.
Yep, he might turn into a nightmare here coming up late game. Now the Ornn trying to go in here, knocking him up, trying to get him down low enough to get the kill. But the Mordekaiser pulling him back and trying to get a hit on him, but not quite getting it. Oh, and the Ornn just coming in, not even on the return, getting the kill. That was really, really well placed by that Ornn.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Yeah, fun facts, when Mordekaiser tries to ult, if Ornn presses W, then it just doesn't count.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Let's see if he can counter that. That might be the perfect counter that they need to try to take advantage in this game. If they can try to shut down that Mordekaiser ult, that's gonna remove a very, very big aspect of Kamikaze Penguin's game strategy. They're trying to remove either the Tristana or the Victor, whoever gets far enough ahead.
Yeah, and especially because there's an animation to Mord ult, and during that animation, if you press W as Ornn, then you can cancel it. It's kind of like Olaf ult can cancel Mordekaiser ult.
Oh, that might be a feels bad moment there if he can do that. But it's going to come down to him getting it. That's going to be the kicker.
That is true.
Everyone just kind of floating around in their respective spaces right now. We do have the Rift Herald coming up in about 50 seconds. First Drake is the Infernal, and it is up now, but nobody really doing much about it. However, Kamikaze Penguin do have the majority of the vision around it. But now it looks like Nunu is coming down to clear some of that out, and they might try for this first Drake.
Yeah, Nunu's definitely really good at sneaking Drakes.
Not much of a sneak though. Now that you see sitting around the area,
It's a sneak if you're sneaky about it.
It's a sneak if you're sneaky about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna go ahead and start up this Drake. Not a whole lot that they're gonna be able to do about it, I don't think. Misfortune trying to hit with the AoE, but it's not going to happen. They're pulling the Drake out a little bit further to be safe. And first Drake going over to Imagine Cloud.
Oh, and would you look at that? Silas got a solo kill.
Oh hey, look at that. We're paying attention to that way too much.
However, Victor does have a 10 CS lead, so that's about half a kill's worth of gold, so they're close to
Relatively
even
balanced. Yep, gold lead is practically even right now. One objective in favor of Imagine Cloud, but they do have that extra kill over on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, and now we're going to have a push in here by the Nunu, trying to catch somebody with that snowball. They're going to get the Leo up. Misfortune's going to try to come in and help out her support. They're going to push back the members of Imagine Cloud. A halfway decent attempt at a gank. Good build up by the Nunu, and now the ult coming in onto the Tristana. She's going to jump away, and now we're going to get a repeat here. Going to see if they can't do something to flay back onto the Misfortune, trapping her there into the ult. She's going to flash out, trying to get away, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen there. Leo trying to get the kill onto the Tristana, but it's not going to happen. Misfortune going down, and that is a double kill there onto the Nunu. Oh, and now the Amumu, though, coming into the mid lane, catching that Victor. Silas following it up, and a very great response. And here goes the Shelly.
But he forgot to proc his demolished. Oh, he must be waiting for the wave, so it does more damage.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Or he just didn't want it.
Nunu came in there and tried to clear it out a little bit there, try to save the mid lane. Tristana getting pulled away. Almost getting caught out there. Top lane, Orden Mordekaiser just being tanks, duking it out. Not a whole lot different there between the two of them.
Yeah, definitely just a tank fest. It looks like the later the game goes, the better Imagine Cloud should be with the Victor Tristana.
Yep.
Whereas
followed up with Ornn items. As long as he can upgrade the Tristana and the Victor, as long as they're not too far behind, they'll be really, really lethal come end game.
Oh yeah.
And now it looks like bot lane, the Amumu or the Nunu is going to try to come in onto this Misfortune, managing to hold her in place. They're going to try to follow it up there, but that Leo ult's going to hold him where he is, and that Leo's going to come in and get a great kill, trying to hold him into place. Tristana's going to try to come in here under tower, but the Leo's just going to lock her down, keeping her from being able to do anything, and that is 2 kills over onto the side of Kamikaze Penguins, slowly starting to turn this game around.
What a Chad Leona play. She said, you know what, I'm going to jump right into 3 people. Easy.
That's what Leos do. You press E and you go.
She said, you better follow me up.
Yep,
Ready for him to press W and not get pulled?
I'm a Leo player, so I get yelled at a lot for going a little too deep.
Oh yeah, I was an Amumu player for a while.
Oh yeah, you do the same thing, don't you?
You just go in.
Just go in. Where are you guys at? You went too far. No, I didn't.
Team diff, GG.
My only gripe about a Leo player is you never get good follow-ups unless you're on a good team. Solo play is just ridiculous.
Yep. Man, that
Mordekaiser and the Ornn going at it here. And it looks like the Nunu and Willup are coming in there with the snowball to hold him in place, and that Ornn's going to get the kill onto the Mordekaiser. And he's slowly taking a lead over him. Gold difference is relatively even. The only major difference here, it looks like, is the fact that they did get the Herald on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, but they do have that first Drake over on Imagine Cloud. So pretty good back and forth game so far.
Yeah, it definitely looks like this Silas is pretty far ahead. Probably 300 or 400 gold, maybe 500 gold ahead. He's got a whole kill's worth of gold ahead, and also those 2 turret plates. It's about 600 gold ahead. But he split it with the Amumu, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I
can't do doing pretty good work top.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. We stopped doing math a while ago.
Oh, and that looks like that Nunu and Willup are going to get caught out here by the Amumu and the Silas. They're trying to hold him in place, but the Ornhorn's going to try to come in here and back his teammate up, getting the knockup on the Amumu. He will not follow it up on the Nunu, and I'm going to mess that up more in the future.
Yeah, don't you just love when they're both in the same game?
Well, and I get that with Samara and Seraphine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fun casting those games when they're both in a match.
And with Kassadin and Kha'Zix.
Yeah, Kassadin and Kha'Zix. Riot, come up with more unique names. You're getting me all confussed.
Confussed.
Ooh, good amount of damage there coming from the Victor in the mid lane. Mordekaiser trying to keep pressure on this Ornn here, keeping him under his tower. Now it looks like the Nunu Willup is coming down with a snowball. They're going to catch that Amumu, and I think they're going to take him out. Ornhorn coming in from the Silas stolen. He's going to knock out most of the team. They're going to take out both players here, and they might try to follow it up on the Silas, but it doesn't look like it. He's going to back out, and it looks like Imagine Cloud is going to take this Drake. Nope, this Force is going to follow up here with the ult. Great hook by the Thresh to knock that out of place. And it doesn't look like she's going to win that fight against Tristana. Very good hook by the Thresh. He did die for it, but knocking that Misfortune ult, pulling her closer, just ended it for her.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I really hoped that MF had red buff so she could have killed the Tristana there.
Yeah, it would have been nice, wouldn't have?
She was so low.
Oh, we have an Ornhorn here coming on to the Mordekaiser. He is a little bit low, but he might be able to win this fight against the Ornn, just barely making it out. Both of them very, very low. Nobody really in the immediate area to try to help these guys out, so the Ornn's going to go ahead and back out.
Yeah, Ornn also had absolutely no mana.
Nope.
I think if he had mana, he might have been able to kill him with an E and the W.
No, but now this Mordekaiser is going to do a good amount of damage here on this tower.
Oh yes, look at that stroke.
Yeah. Nobody in the area to respond to it.
So clean and smooth.
Yeah, now that Amumu's got to take that Rift Herald. Silas is there to help. They have good push on top tower. Mordekaiser can come down. If they don't start this, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Does he only have flash? No. Darn.
Nope.
It makes me sad how little hex flashes we have in this game.
Yeah, they can be really tricky to use though.
We have like 4 champions that could use hex flash here. But none of them have it.
Sometimes it's just not worth it, you know?
No, it's always worth it.
Oh boy, here. Alright, they're going to manage to get that Rift Herald. So we're going to have a response with the Victor and the Nunu coming in here. The Amumu getting knocked up by the Ornn. Now we have a 3-on-4 in favor of Kamikaze Penguins, and they're going to force the rest of Imagine Cloud out of the area. And they're going to get out with no deaths, and they're going to get that Rift Herald. So hopefully they can use that Rift Herald to try to turn this around, because they are down by about 1.5k gold. So if that Rift Herald can be used properly, they really can get something going on there and change this game around. Mordekaiser are trying to go in onto the Ornn here. Not a whole lot happening. He does have his ult, but he's opted not to use it so far this game, looks like. Sylas trying to go in on Victor, and they're going to get the flash over the wall. And now the Nunu Willop taking out the Misfortune, but the Misfortune managing to get the kill there in death, going 1 for 1. And now the Ornn and the Mordekaiser going into the Mordekaiser ult. He's going to keep it up on this Ornn. The Ornn Horn's coming in there, knocking him up. But he's going to manage to come out of that. No, not a Victor. The Ornn turning that fight around. Tristana getting knocked down bot lane as well. And 2 fights going back and forth. I can't believe that Ornn came out alive. I thought he was going to die there. But he manages to get the kill onto the Mordekaiser, but the Tristana bot lane gets taken out. Right now, really the only one fed is that Ornn. They're going to pop the Rift Herald down bot lane, and they're going to take this tower. Just missing first tower there. The Ornn getting the first one.
I think they already had mid turret down.
Oh, it's not the first tower. They still have other towers down. Man, that almost was hilarious.
I mean, it can still be funny.
Yeah, it's still funny, but it would have been more funny if it was first tower.
That is true. It's like when you're having 2 fights top and bot, and first blood is like...
First blood barely makes it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where you always like flash for it, try to get the first blood.
You get a little greedy for that extra gold.
And Scuttle Crab almost disappearing there. That was funky.
It's that bush vision.
There you go. He like ducked in the bush, and then Nunu stepped in the bush, and he said, "Where'd he go?" He wasn't even in there.
Couldn't even see it.
Does he get the ward? He does.
Oh, just barely.
I didn't think he'd get it.
Just barely.
Honestly, at this point, Ornn probably wants to get pulled in by the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, quite frankly, he can easily win that fight. Flash coming out from the Leo to try to get away from that. Now they're going to go for this Drake here in 30 seconds.
I'm a little surprised the Ornn doesn't have a Bramble Vest already. I would have probably rushed that. Mordekaiser's a stupid champion if you let him heal.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to start that way, but they do have advantage now. Hopefully it doesn't come back and hurt them. We're going to have to find out.
It's also an aftershock of Mumu, so that's not going to heal nearly as much.
No. But it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are taking advantage over this pit here. They are taking some damage from their tower top lane. The Ornn's going to come in with a teleport. Going to try to dive in here onto the back line. Kamikaze Penguins spread out just a little bit here, but they're doing a good amount of damage on to Imagine Cloud, taking out the Thresh, but then the Amumu going down to top it all off. Sylas trying to go in there on the right side. Leo trying to keep everybody in place on the left. Ornn goes down by the Misfortune, but now we have a 3v2 on the right-hand side at Mordekaiser. Barely going to make it out. Sylas returning to try to go back in there, holding everybody in place. He does die for it, but he get a double kill onto the Misfortune. And now they're going to try to chase down this Nunu Willump and the Triss. But they're going to let that be. Oh, the Mordekaiser getting caught just by the damage, I think, from blue buff there.
Yeah,
that is so unfortunate. Misfortune trying to flash away here. Nunu Willump trying to stay on her really, really hard. Tristana coming over, trying to get the kill. They both go back and forth. Now it is just the Leo and the Nunu. And I think the Nunu is going to win this fight here, unfortunately.
Consumed.
What a back and forth between these two. Hardly can tell who's going to win this fight, but I can tell you the Dragon's definitely going to go over to Imagine Cloud's side. They are slowly and slowly moving towards a Game 5 and a Game 4 victory. But no, we have a teleport now coming in. Amumu's coming to cut them off. Mordekaiser is just charging down onto that Nunu Willump. Just managing to pull back there. Now the Amumu is staying back, keeping that Dragon. The Sylas is going to go ahead and help him. And now the Mordekaiser just blood in his eyes, just trying to go in for these kills down bot side. Sylas and Amumu are going to opt to pull away from that. Mordekaiser's just going to clear that wave. And he was he was a little thirsty there for that kill.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
We have Victor down bot side against the Mordekaiser. Victor does have teleport, and the Mordekaiser does not. So we're going to have to see if that's going to change a future team fight here, but it looks like most of Imagine Cloud is deciding to back out, reset. Wondering maybe if they're going to try to go for a push and a Baron, or try to get into another fight.
It looks like Nunu opted for the Force of Nature second instead of Dead Man's Blade due to the AP on the other team. And then Misfortune got fed, so, you know.
Yeah, Misfortune is pulling away quite a bit. She's got a CS lead, she's got a kill lead. Not quite what we want to see on the side of Imagine Cloud if they want to win. That Tristana needs to be a little more fed.
Yeah, and Mumu did go Chem Tank instead of Sunfire, so that's a little bit different.
Well, they're trying to play a little bit more of an aggressive comp with that Tristana, but hopefully that doesn't turn around and bite them.
That would be unfortunate. Looks like a huge CS lead mid for Imagine Cloud.
Yep.
Almost a 1,500 gold lead for him.
Yeah, wow, he is way far ahead. But that Misfortune, look at that Misfortune at about 15, the same.
Yep.
So just a little bit of a back and forth between the two.
The jungle's also dipping a little bit. Up almost 2,000 gold.
Mordekaiser and Ornn trading a little bit bot.
Wow, Ornn's also up almost 2,000, more than 2,000 gold, I mean.
Yeah, he's up quite a ways there, isn't he?
Yeah, we might see an Ornn diff like last game.
Yep. Yeah, this definitely looks like it's very much in Imagine Cloud's favor, but now we have the Amumu trying to come in here onto the Tristana. Not quite getting it, popping his Turbo Chem Tank for it. Now they're starting to hover around this Baron. Mordekaiser teleport isn't up, but the Ornn's one is, so if they get into a team fight, the Mordekaiser is going to be left out. Looks like everyone's just kind of clearing their lanes, jungles are clearing their camps. Ornn and Mordekaiser are just kind of being jerks to each other.
Yeah, just kind of chilling out, farming up, smacking each other and doing no damage.
Throwing a couple of punches here and there and laughing at the end. Yeah, top lane tanks are usually the guys who get into bar fights at night, but then at the end of the day, they're best friends drinking a beer. Now the Ornn trying to come in here with his Ornn Horn in the Mordekaiser ult. He's not looking very good coming out of that. The Mordekaiser's trying to come in there and take him out, but now we have a teleport coming in onto the Victor. He's going to try to help take out that Mordekaiser, and he does. Great teleport in there by the Victor to save his top laner. And just one more step closer there for Imagine Cloud going to Game 5. They are just dominating this game right now.
Yeah, they're up about 3,000 gold, or about 2,500 gold. Which is kind of surprising to me. It seems like they'd be up more, but the MF is up a lot on the Tristana. And that's where the gold differentials come back. She's up almost 60 CS. Or more than 60 CS.
Yeah, if that Tristana was a little bit more fed, this would be a much bigger gold difference for the team. But right now they have the lead, and they're, for the most part, maintaining it. And with that Ornn, they're only going to get stronger and stronger as he levels up.
Yeah, Tristana also has the upgraded Kraken Slayer now.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
first one to receive one.
Yeah, she's gonna rip through that Mordekaiser if he pulls her into that ult.
Yeah, I want to see the Kraken Slayer on, or the Lord Dominic's on her. On both ADC.
Oh, and it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are starting this Baron, and I'm not sure if they know that this is happening, but they're gonna take the Drake as a response. And then they're going to get the Baron over on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, and they're going to catch this Ornn out. But the rest of the team is going to manage to come in there. Nunu not quite getting his snowball. And now the Amumu getting caught out there, but they're going to get the Thresh, and they're going to get the Ornn. And they're going to keep pushing in on the side of Imagine Cloud. Tristana trying to get away there, but the Mordekaiser going down, but they're going to respond with the Victor going down there. And now it looks like Kamikaze Penguins are starting to turn this game around with that Baron. They're going to try to push this down mid and try to get that advantage and close this gap.
Yeah, the Amumu in that fight flashed over the death sentence and ulted. That was extremely clean.
Uh-huh. Very great engage there on the side of Kamikaze Penguins, and they're going to use this Baron buff with 4 of their members, and they're going to try to shove this right down Imagine Cloud's throat.
Theoretically, they have 50 seconds on the Silas. They could have gone for it. There's a Tristana Nunu there still.
Yeah, but now look at this. They are down in kills, but they are leading in gold difference. They have a 1,500 gold difference now in favor with less kills. It's all about that Baron buff, folks.
Yep, and they just spin it all, so.
Yeah, they just got a nice payday and a good raise, didn't they?
Yep.
It looks like Ornn decided to upgrade the Nunu Willump ult, or their mythic.
The Sunfire there.
Yep. So that would be
Sunfire.
3 or 4 on the field. No, the Victor has his, so that's 4 on the field.
That is 4.
Yep. Yeah, as long as they can team fight properly and they don't get caught out, I have to say that Ornn's going to make this game the difference for Imagine Cloud. Unless Amumu can get a really clean engage like he did last time.
It's probably going to be an Amumu ult with an Leona ult and a Misfortune ulting on everybody. If they can get that fight pulled off, then they win. If they don't, then they don't.
I guess that's going to be the deciding factor there for them.
Yeah, Imagine Cloud just can't fight any of these like small corridors in the jungle.
No.
If they do that, they just lose. I know, because my team did that many, many times.
Well, Mordekaiser and Ornn once again going at it. Same stuff, different day. But now it looks like the Mordekaiser's taking a bit of an advantage on that Ornn. He does not quite get anything, and that Tristana just getting caught there by that Misfortune. She tried to jump away and just gets melted down, and now they're going to push in mid.
Looks like it was about a 3,500 gold power play.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the difference they need here.
They might just try and push it in.
Yeah, they might try to go for the win here. They're even in the mid lane right now.
They got a very strong 1-3-1 rotating towards bot side now.
Yeah.
Top lane does top lane things. Oh, one pop.
It's a 4v3. There's not a whole lot they can do. And the Amumu going in there onto the Thresh, catching the Thresh out and melting him down, followed up by the Victor. Tristana's just coming up here, going to try to do something to change his fight around. Ornn decided to bail on the top lane and tries to help the rest of the team out. But unfortunately, they do get the mid inhib down. And now Kamikaze Penguins slowly turning this game into their favor.
So it looks like they have about a minute left on the Soul. Soul will be up in a minute. That'll be a big fight.
Yep.
And that'll probably be the rest of the game. That was a weird interaction.
But here's the other thing too, even though they have that Ornn, you'd think that they'd be winning. With all those extra... Oh, and then Ornn catching that Mordekaiser out there.
Yeah, that's
Still was in his ult, but it didn't really matter.
Signature look of superiority. Killing Morden is on ult.
Yep. That's how you assert your dominance.
That's right.
Yeah, this still could go either way. There is about a 4K lead in favor of Kamikaze Penguins, and man, I hate to say this, unless they have a really good team fight, I think Penguins are going to turn this around, and they might actually take this win.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because there's not a whole lot of split push on the side of Magic Cloud. Their biggest split pusher is a Victor, and Victor doesn't do well when people come and try and kill him.
Well, I think this is going to be the fight here around this Drake. Mordekaiser just came up. He does have his TP. Ornn is there and he has his TP as well. But he's going to have to go deal with the minions. They have a whole wave of minions coming in there onto their base. The Ornn's going to have to respond to that, and there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do with that Drake. Because that's a 5v4. Nope, not going to matter. No soul for you guys on this round. Maybe next time.
Yeah, that's tough because the Ornn is their whole team fight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
now it looks like they're chasing the rest of Imagine Cloud down here. Gonna try to catch the Nunu Willump. He's gonna go in there onto the Misfortune. He's gonna get out by the Lantern. And they didn't lose anybody, but they didn't quite come out with the Cloud Soul. But they still have at least 2 more chances to try. But you kind of gotta wonder at this point, with so much being open in their base, man, should they have gotten that one? Should they have at least tried to go for a steal?
I don't know. They'd have to have somebody else sitting there clearing the minions other than Ornn in order to do it.
Well, now it looks like they're trying to set up for Baron.
What a clean Silas ult.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, man.
Misclick.
It was probably about to run out. He just had to pop it.
Yep. Ornn coming in there, knocking a couple people up. They're going to go ahead and engage on the Kamikaze Penguins, but they're getting spread out just a little bit here. It's going to be 2v2 there about. The Misfortune's going down. They're going to take down the tower, though. And now it's a kind of a back and forth, but it doesn't look like Kamikaze Penguins are going to win this fight here. But I don't know if it's going to matter because the Mordekaiser is slowly pushing into the base. The Amumu is going to go down. Now the Silas is running all on his own, trying to just waste their time here. They're going to go for the Baron. And it looks like the Ornn might be able to win the fight here against this Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser trying to take out the Ornn. Silas, though, does not have a teleport. 1v1 here. He goes gold. He might try to turn this around on the Ornn, but it's not going to happen. He's going to take out the Mordekaiser, and they're also going to get that Baron. Man, this is just not this comeback for Kamikaze Penguins just isn't looking good. But I will point out, we have an open Nexus. Remember what happened in game 1.
So Mansford does not have teleport. Did he go ignite this game, I reckon?
He did go ignite. That doesn't mean, though, that the Mordekaiser can't give it a shot, although he may not do enough damage.
It also doesn't mean he can't just jump over the wall because he's Silas, and Silas does Silas thing.
Yeah, he could take the long way around while the rest of the team waste Imagine Cloud's time. We're gonna have to see what happens. Everybody's kind of congregating around the mid lane here on the side of Kamikaze Penguins. Mordekaiser coming up. Looks like he's gonna try to run down the lane right now, saving his teleport for if he needs it. But
yeah, so it looks like we're right at 1,100 gold difference, which at this point in the game is not a very significant number. The significant thing is the MF is very ahead of the Tristana. Ornn is way ahead of the Mordekaiser, and it looks like the Misfortune is just so far ahead of the Tristana that it makes up for the other gold differences in the game.
Yeah, they're really going to need to focus on taking that Misfortune down, because if they can't, there's no way they're going to be able to win the fight.
Yeah, Ornn is also level 18, so that means all the ornaments are out.
Yeah, that might help them if they can get into the back line and they can try to take out that damage. But a really nice engage.
Nunu actually, well, maybe he's upgrading him now. Nope.
Yeah, Nunu William's the only one that doesn't have the upgrade, but even so, that's quite a bit of power coming from the Ornn.
Nunu doesn't need an upgrade. He's doing well enough by himself.
It's Nunu and Willup. It's like 2 champions in 1. We don't need no upgrade. We are an upgrade.
Think of it like Ratatouille, but in reverse.
Oh, and here is the next fight for this soul that could potentially be Imagine Clouds. They're not on soul point for Kamikaze Penguin, so they're going to need to try to fight for this and keep it, or at the very least keep them off of it long enough to have something happen in one of the side lanes. But most everybody is floating around this dragon pit. Only Ornn and Mordekaiser are up top lane fighting it out, but they both have their teleports at the moment. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Well, Nunu coming in onto the Silas, trying to hold him in place. They're coming around to the backside. He goes gold, and they're going to go ahead and engage. Both the Tristana, though, on the backside and the Victor triple kill coming out for the Misfortune. They came around the Dragon Pit and caught them off guard, and they're going to get this. They're going to get this Dragon. I got a feeling it looks like the Misfortune just wants to end the game. She's running it straight down with both the Silas and the Leo on her back. The Amumu was going to guarantee at least this Drake on the off chance that they can't win on this push, but to be honest with you, they might be able to do this. It is a 2v3, although the Silas is very, very low. Misfortune's going to go ahead and try to take out the inhib, but nothing's really going to happen from it. Leo's going to keep this Ornn stuck in place. Silas is going to try to dive in here to do a little bit of damage, but now they have this mid inhib down. Leo is going to come down on both Nunu and the Ornn, holding them in place. They're going to take out the Nunu Willem, and it looks like they're going to take out the Ornn as well. Thresh does come up with the Tristana, but it's not going to matter. They're going to take out this inhib, this Nexus. I can't believe that Kamikaze Penguins won this.
Yeah, that was such a one-sided game that Kamikaze Penguins came back from. And again, it was with the Misfortune ult in the Tri-Brush down there in the bot lane.
Yeah, just catching them out in that turnaround there. That Silas wasting just enough time going gold, allowing his teammates to come around on the backside of Tri-Bush and just wiping out the other members of Imagine Cloud.
Yeah, definitely a crazy finish. And they walked back and ended after that. That was very clean.
Well, unfortunately, folks, that means that we're not going to Game 5. Your victors for the Freljord Finals are Kamikaze Penguins. Very, very good run. Both teams did a fantastic job. I mean, Game 1 was a good back and forth. Game 2 was leaned in favor of Kamikaze Penguins, obviously. Game 3, Imagine Cloud dominated. And then this one, it looked like Imagine Cloud had it, but I don't know. They just got a little outplayed and they got outmaneuvered by Kamikaze Penguins, and they managed to come out with the win.
Yep, definitely a hard-fought series. 2 or 3 different hard-fought games. And yeah, good night watching the best game ever made.
Yeah, that was a good back and forth on the gold there. Kind of keeping relatively even, but then slowly separating and then just quickly turning into favor of Kamikaze Penguins there right near the end.
You see that little bit of a comeback, and then they're gone.
Yep. Yeah, it really came down to that Misfortune getting super fed and just melting people away. Had that been the Tristana, had they not been able to keep her in check early, that easily would have been Imagine Cloud's game. And we have, who is this? The support for Kamikaze Penguins. How's it going, man?
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for casting. How's it going?
Yeah. It's going. That was quite an impressive back and forth between both teams. You know, it was pretty even for the first game, dominating one side or the other for the next two, and then you guys had this last fight, that Misfortune just doing so much damage and coming around on the backside. Did you plan on pinching them right there at the end around the Drake pit?
Yeah, that was definitely the plan. We saw them wrapping around, but we had 2 engages on each side, so we could just come in and pinch. It was an easy fight for Misfortune to be set up with.
Yeah, and obviously that Silas going gold to give you those extra couple of seconds was probably the difference maker to give you guys the advantage and get you guys the angles for what you needed.
We might not have called that part as well, but you know, things sometimes fall into place.
Hey, if it worked, it worked, right? You don't have to look into the details.
Yeah.
And then you had that backdoor, the old school Expeke Kassadin coming in onto the Nexus. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when it happened.
Oh, our hearts were in our throats. That was pretty nail biter.
Were you guys
Gotta say.
do you guys just screaming at him to kill it?
Screaming end the game, of course.
A little bit of
We do that
panic
in our
mode there.
solo queue. We do that in our solo queue games as well. Just scream end the game, end the game. You know, they can't hear us, but you know.
We like to imagine that they can hear us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally hear that.
So I'm wondering why didn't you ban the Tristan in the last game since she popped off so hard the game before?
Me and our bot lane trusted her synergy, and we didn't think Tristana was much of a threat. We just think she got ahead early, and as long as we just played a little bit safer, a little bit more with vision, and taking away some of the jungle options that were getting us into that pit in the first place, we could definitely like push through that lane and win. We believe that our ADC is probably like one of the best players in the league right now. So with any matchup, as long as he gets a little bit of advantage, we're confident he could carry us through.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys definitely shut that Trist out, because that was our one concern about that game, was if that Tristana pops off with the Ornn to back it up late game, it's over.
Yeah, but we were able to pull it through. What can I say?
Kept her silent.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you'd like to say finishing this season out as the champions of the Freljord division?
GG to Imagine Cloud was a great series. Great playing with you guys. Everyone else in the series, it was fun, and wish you all the best for the end of the series.
Look forward to next season, right?
Yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you guys.
It was very, very good pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll plan on seeing you in the next season.
You too. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for the night for us. That's the end of the season here. We'll be picking it up. I don't know when the next season starts. Would we have that info by chance?
So we have that info.
Signups end on 4/23. So make sure you get your team in, get into the league. You're gonna have to take down Kamikaze Penguins, so you can kind of see what they can do. Watch out for those backdoors.
Yeah, and tell your friends. The more the
Yeah.
merrier.
Yep. Tell your friends, bring them along, drag them along if you have to.
And if you know somebody really good, make them your coach.
There you go. That's what you need.
And if you know someone really bad, then get them to watch.
Get them to watch. Yeah, we always need viewers. But that's it for the night for us. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll plan on seeing you next season. Good night.
Good night, guys.